clean mind. All right, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. Like I said, this networking is very, very good. It's very, very important. Learn to do that all the time. Learn to do that. There is something I do every week. I meet someone new. So as I speak to you right now, the contact on my phone is not less than 5,000 people. Yeah, not like, but then I just meet. No matter, I shall like meeting people because, like they say, your network is your net worth. That thing is true. Remember when Davido wanted to do his birthday and wanted to clear a Porsche, and he just did the rape on Instagram. Where did he get all the money from? From his network. From his network. You understand? You'll be shocked how many of Dangote's friends invested in that refinery at Epe. He did not borrow all the money from the bank. So network is very important. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you. Thanks for coming. Please appreciate yourself for coming out. Come on, appreciate yourself. Come on. Thank you. So our speakers are around, and I also want to use this time around to appreciate the company that put this together, the Level Up Conference. Are you excited to be here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's appreciate the people that put this together. Let's appreciate them. All right, so to kickstart, we'd love to start with honoring our dear nation, Nigeria. We are going to start by singing the national anthem. All right, so if you don't mind, please rise to your feet. Thank you. Do we have a choir member here or a choir master that can lead that? All right, DJ, are you helping us out with instrumentals or? All right, so the DJ gave us the go ahead, then we start. Thank you. The Lord bless Nigeria. Jesus, please have your seat. Thank you. Right. I would not want to introduce our speakers because I know them personally, but then I will, once I have the citations, I'm going to introduce them to us, but this is just what I have to say about them. These are one of the few people you have to listen to in this life before Jesus comes, or before afterlife, whichever one you believe in. You just have to listen to them. A moment with them. Okay, let me pray this way. 30 minutes with them cost hundreds of thousands. I'm serious. Like I said, I know them personally, but then I don't want to introduce them personally. Based on the knowledge I have, I'll get the citations and you get to know all the facts and figures there. But then, just from my own knowledge of them, these people, for you to have a one-on-one consultation with them, is going to cost you hundreds of thousands to book a session with them. And they are here to dish out this knowledge for free. Come on. Let's appreciate our speakers for coming out. You are supposed to clap better than that. So maybe if you had paid 100K, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. These people are loaded. I know what I'm talking about. I have. Don't let me talk too much, but I know what I'm talking about. But I had to say that because I want you to salivate. I want you to be expectant. I want you to open up your heart to what is coming. They are going to dish it hot. The problem is not them. The problem is you, if you are ready to receive all they have to share with you today. All right, so moving forward right now, I would love to appreciate the DJ. Please appreciate my DJ. Clap for him now. I used to do with clap. Clap for him. Thank you. All right, the engineers and the team members for putting this together. We're grateful. Okay, so before I call on the first speaker, I want someone from the company that put this conference together to please come forward. Mr. Debo, please help me organize someone who is going to talk, give us a brief talk about what this company is about, what we are here to do today, and what we are expecting from this company in the nearest 2, 3, 4, 5 years, what your plan is for us and for the nation as a whole. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Our speakers, sorry, later I will address you particularly with your names. Um, the NYC State Coordinator in absentia, all other protocols to be observed. My name is Igbasan James, and my name is Igbasan James, and I'm the Managing Director at LearnCity Ibadan. Now we are organizing this conference, Level Up. It's a conference which is sponsored this year by LearnCity Ibadan. LearnCity is an edutech firm. We understand that contemporary classrooms is just like we are bringing the idea of an actual classroom online. That's what we do at LearnCity basically. You can virtually learn almost any skill and every possible thing you can think of. If you go through, we have a YouTube channel. You can learn as much as every the school subjects and basic skills. You learn photography, videography, and graphics design. Basically, any possible thing that you might want to think of, we create it in the form of a video because we notice that the age is advancing and almost everybody is going the digital way now. Nobody wants to stick to a classroom setting and be in the four wall of a classroom. People go online to learn basic stuff, even things you don't have knowledge of. So that's a basic overview of what we do at LearnCity. So now, Level Up Conference, we looked at the gap in recruitment and in people finding an actual job. So now some of us will have the idea of a Jobberman. We should know about Jobberman, which is a recruiting firm. They link you, they provide you with available jobs out there, but we are stepping in this sense that we are bringing potential employers to meet their employees. Jobberman will just go online there and list possible jobs and leave it to you to find those jobs by yourself. But now we are filling in the gap we have a database of, presently we have a database of 10,000 organizations of which we are expanding. These organizations are looking to switch into, now we have most people who are tending to get out of the country because they have an actual job sense out there that they think is waiting for them, which they call the gig economy. So now we've integrated that into these organizations that we have, and they bought our idea and they are looking to recruit people suitable. So we are leveraging on the relationship we have with these organizations to find suitable people to fit in those gaps. So now the conference, in this sense, is sponsored by this organization I mentioned earlier, LearnCity. Subsequent years, it can be sponsored by any other organizations. So basically what we're trying to do here is we have the employers, we want to get the employees that are suitable enough to fit in those positions. And that's why we've come up with the idea of this conference. So subsequently, it might even be completely virtual. It runs all through the year. Our recruitment process after this conference still keeps going on. So the purpose of this conference majorly is just to fill in this gap and ensure that we don't just have people wandering around or stressing out to get an actual job. We are fitting into the position of we have the employers, you are the employee, let us link you directly with a suitable or an organization that is ready or available to meet your demands or your CVs in this case. Thank you very much.
preacher.
All right. Okay. So we're about to take the first ride. I'm bringing up the first speaker, but before then, I want to read this citation, and I want you to please listen closely. And please, before I do, I want you to bring out your pen and your papers. If possible, put your phone on voice recording. Like I said, these people that I invited, the speakers, they are not ordinary men. I am not trying to sugarcoat my words. I'm trying to say it as it is without, buzu you and all that. So, but please, these people are not ordinary men. I'm serious. These people, these speakers, every words count. Every words they speak count. It's not by mistake. It's not by accident. All right. So please, if you're not a fast writer, then you can actually use your phone, put it on recording, so that I can always listen to what they said over and over again. I just felt I should tell you that before I read their citation. Okay. So first to speak to us this morning is Sam Nike. So please listen to his citation, please. Sam Nike is a trained mass communicator, business consultant, author, and personal branding coach. He currently operates as the lead consultant for Getting Ahead and is an associate consultant to several reputable management consulting firms. He is the convener of the yearly Get Ahead conference, a platform to stir up greatness in the hearts of young people and challenges them to impact their nations, generations, and several congregations. He leverages his years of study in the fields of communication, performance improvement, management, human workplace excellence, and emotional intelligence to inspire and empower individuals and organizations to get ahead and achieve their set goals. In the past 12 years, Sam has consulted and facilitated trainings for the following organizations: University College Hospital UCH, Ondo State Ministry of Health, Ogun State Agency for Control of AIDS, Sky Bank PLC, Chartered Institute of Commerce of Nigeria, Lagos State Government, Boovers and Company, Massiport Advanced Microfinance Bank, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please make welcome Sam Nike. Come on, appreciate him better.
Can you lift up your right hand and say, I'm getting better? Every day, in every way. Say one more time like you mean what you are saying. Say, I am getting better. Every day, in every way. For the last time, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Say, neighbor, neighbor. Say, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Say, neighbor, bo, bo, bo. Say, neighborski. Go and level up. Every day, in every way. Thank you very much. I think I'll rely on the people that are trying to help me with my slides. But my system, I didn't bring the charger is in the car, so if you can get a charger to plug it, that would be nice. Do I have the clicker? Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. All right, and first and foremost, I want to thank the people that organized this. I have been on it for several years now. That profile they read, I think I did it last 2 years. So let's add another 2 more years to say that I've been fully into speaking, consulting, and management consulting, teaching, training, and coaching. And I've been there, done that. For you to put such an event together, it's not yam. So I understand what these guys have gone through. Now that I'm seeing people here, I'm very glad, and I'm very happy, and I need to congratulate you guys, because you have not done a small job. To have this number of people here in Ibadan, I know what I'm talking about. I have done this severally. I've done events that we have just 2 people in the hall. So I understand what it means, and you've spent a lot of money. So I really want to appreciate you guys, the Level Up guys. I want to appreciate you and all the sponsors. You have done an amazing job. And if you keep at it, I can tell you for free that value is going to come back to you. And as you are giving out this value to people, they go out there and keep on representing you. Thank you very much. One more time, can we put our hands together and really, really, really appreciate them? All right. Thank you very much. So this morning, I'm giving a topic to talk about unlocking your potential for career success in this digital age. In this digital age. So what I want to do is to share with us general view about how I know anybody can rise in life. How I know that anybody, regardless of where you are, regardless of the career path, whether you don't have a job right now, whether you are jobless, whether you are running a business on your own, there are certain things you can do that can help you rise. My name is Sam Naike. You saw it in my first slide. Let's move. Okay, sorry. I thought. So, am I the one clicking? I just want to be sure. All right. So, if I tried it, hey, bro, good to see you. I should see it. Okay. No, it's not clicking. It's not going. So, maybe you do it for me. All right. So, the first thing I have on my slide is that anyone with desire to rise at any level in life must provide answers. Anybody that desire to rise, it does not matter the kind of lifting that you want. If you desire and decide today that you want to live where you are and be someone that people will look up to and be someone that will have career success, anyone that is willing to do that, just let me stay with the slides, please. Anyone with a desire to rise at any level in life must provide answers. And to provide answers, you must do what? Ask questions. You know, you cannot provide answer if there is no question. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? So that is the first place to start. And let me say this to you. Why am I here to talk to you about this? Because I have been there at a point in time I decided I wanted to rise. And I realized that if you want to rise, it's a decision that you can make on your own. And you will rise if you so desire to do that. Why did I say that? 1998 in Loyola College, Ibadan. I wrote WAEC for the first time. I failed woefully. 1999, I wrote it. I failed woefully. Year 2000, I went to one village to go and write it. I failed woefully. Year 2001, I went to another village to write it. I failed what? You guys talk back to me, right? I failed what? Woefully. Until the 5th year that I wrote WAEC. Whether the village people, I don't know what they did to me. That 5th year, I said to myself, I am going to rise. And I rose up, I went to write the WAEC, and I passed the 5th year. The 5th year, I was passing WAEC. The people we left Loyola together, they were already done in Ife. Some of them were going for NYSC. What could be more demoralizing than that? What could be more depressing than that? What could be more of a setback than that? I am that guy that said, I am going to rise no matter what. Let everybody go ahead of me. If I know what to do and I know how to do it and I'm ready to do it, then I will rise. Today, 18 years after 1998, WAEC was doing training for their regional staffs in Yaba. I was invited to be one of the facilitators. 18 years after that time. 20 years after I left Loyola, they called me back and said, come and talk to your guys. Come and talk to your mates. We see what you are doing around. What that means is that I decided that I'm going to level up. Now, those people that left ahead of me now, is either we are on the same spot, some of them I'm even ahead of them, or some of them, if we have to stand at all in life, we are standing at par. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? I said all of that to let you know that if anybody decide that I want to rise, if anybody decide in this room that by the end of this month I want to be gainfully employed, that decision you are making, that desire you have, is that you are trying to provide answer, but there must be a question. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? There must be a question. So what are the questions? The first thing I want you to know is that success is what? Is predictable. I am 42 now. Now I understand. I don't need a prophet to tell me if somebody is going to succeed or not. I know if you are not going to succeed or not. If I watch your pattern consistently. I understand this very well. So success is predictable. If you do A plus B plus C, you do it rightly, you will arrive at success. I'm saying that to you to understand that my life is like that. I sat down to know that success is predictable. Success has protocols. If you want to succeed in any career, if you want to move to the highest point of your career, there's protocol that you can follow. If you follow that protocol, you will arrive at your success. Right? One of those things anybody must do to rise in life is what is to have good attitude, isn't it? Is to have good character, isn't it? Now, sir, what's your name? Adebayo. If you leave this place, you understand that I said to rise, to be responsible, you have to have good character. Yes or no? But will you go back home and start praying and fasting and say, Sam Nike said, to have success in life, one of those things you must have is good character. Is that something Adebayo needs to go home and start praying and fasting for? Why? Because there are certain things that are in the circle of our control, certain things in the circle of our concern. If something is in the circle of your concern, this is what it means. It means there are things that you have involved in, there are things that will happen to you, there are things that have happened to you in life, there are things that will still happen to you in life that you can't do anything about. You can only be concerned about it. There are certain things that happen to us in life that you can only be concerned. There is nothing you can do. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? But if it is in the circle of control, it means there are certain things that has happened to you in life. There are certain things that will still happen to you in life. There are certain things that are happening to you now that are in your circle of control. What that means is that those things you can control them. You don't need anybody. You can sit down and control it. Adebayo can get home today and say, one of those things that will make anybody rise in any career in life is to have good character. You don't need prayer and fasting. You can do what? You can control it. How? You just tell yourself from today onward, I want to start to have a good character. I want to have integrity and all of that. It's in the circle of ease control. Yes or no? Yes, so success is predictable. Success is predictable. Anybody can predict the success and say, I want to be this place in the next 10 years. This is where I want to rise in the area of my career. And then move to that level at any point in time. Success is very, very predictable. So let's move to the questions. If there is anybody that desires to rise, you must provide answer. If you have to provide answer, there must be questions. The first question everybody under the sound of my voice should ask yourself and to keep on asking and provide answer to. The first question is, who am I? It's a question of identity. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, question of what? Question of what? Say with me, identity. Say with me, identity. So who am I is a question of identity. If everybody understands this question, in any sphere you find yourself, in any industry you find yourself, in any government you find yourself as a leader, as a co-worker, as a subordinate, you will rise. If you can provide answer to the question of who am I, this is a question of identity. Now, the consciousness of who you are will determine what you dare. Now, there are some of us that does not want to dare some things because you don't have the consciousness of who you are. You have not found yourself at 30, at 28. You have not found who you are. They asked Socrates, they said, what are the three most important ways to succeed in life? He said, number one, know thyself. They said, what's number two? He said, know thyself. And they said, what's number three? He said, know thy. So you must know yourself. Who am I is a question of identity. That Titi is walking in a particular way, Titi is doing things in a certain way, does not mean I do it that way. I must find my own path. So the consciousness of who you are will determine the kind of career you go for. Will determine the kind of, not all jobs I can go for. Do you know that? That they say there is one, I can't send CV to anybody anyhow. I can't. But there are some of us here, the moment you just hear that there's an opening here, you want to file a CV. No. It's because you don't know the question of who am I. If you know your identity, then you know that's where to start. And know the kind of jobs you should apply for and the jobs you should not apply for. The kind of organization you should stay and spend 5 years or 10 years in, the one you shouldn't stay that much. It's a question of identity. Once your identity is known, rising in any career, in any business cannot be a problem to you. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? So to rise in life is about knowing who you are, knowing your identity. Find yourself in that bank as an executive trainee, just know who you are. Understanding your identity will tell whether you want to stay long in FCMB or you don't want to stay long in there. But if you don't know your identity, you will just be collecting salary. And life is more than salary. Life is more than salary. Some of the salary you take is not able to take you home. Your take home cannot take you home. So what's the essence? What you should do rather is not to look for job. Sometimes you are the job. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Sometimes you are the job. I left the university. I have never worked for any organization in my life. I have never worked for any organization. To sit down and say at the end of the month you give me salary, I have never done that. It's because while I was leaving the university, I asked myself a question of identity. Who am I? When I knew, the moment I understood my identity, things started to pave way. That's the first way to rise in anything you are doing. So there are some of you here, you are not supposed to look for a job. That's the truth. Because if you do that, you will be abusing your essence. You are abusing who you truly are. You are the job. You are the one that should employ anyone. I never worked for anybody in my life. And I live in the house of my own. I drive the best cars that anybody can drive. The second question we should ask ourselves, what's the first question? It's a question of what? The second question is, what can I do? It's a question of ability. Somebody say ability. Say with me, ability. It's a question of ability. If anybody wants to rise, if you want to level up, the second question you must constantly be asking yourself is, what can I do? It's a question of ability. Somebody say do. Somebody say do. I can't hear you very well. Do is a question of ability. What's your ability? Now in the university, some of you will realize they taught us SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? What are your threats? Those are the framework for analysis of your strengths and your weaknesses, your opportunities. So these are the questions you should ask yourself. What can I do? It does not matter your age. At any point in time, you can stand up. Whatever you forgot that you didn't pick, go and pick it. We were in landlord's meeting recently. One man stood up and said, I'm sorry, I have not been coming to meeting. No. And people were asking him, what happened? You have not been coming. The man stood up. I will say it in Yoruba and interpret. He said, gbogbo wa la mọ̀ nǹkan tá gbàgbé sẹ́yìn tá ń láti lọ mú o. Tá bá lọ mú, ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa ò ní dá o. So èmi mo mọ̀ tí mo gbàgbé tí mo lọ mú lẹ́yìn o. The man, in other words, was saying that the reason why I don't attend the meetings is because I knew what I forgot in my past years that I needed to go back and pick. He went back to go and write exam and study law. So sometimes, if you can ask yourself this genuine question, you know you have to go back. That's part of life. But if you are young here, you must understand that this question, you must not be too late before you ask yourself these questions. What can I do is a question of ability. I knew that I can't stand behind the counter and count the money that does not belong to me. I don't like to count money as such, but I love to spend money. I don't like to count money. In fact, yesterday we had one event, one party. So, you know these women that used to change money. By the time they gave money to somebody, they said it's 50,000. I just gave it to her. I said, see, she said it's complete. It wearies me. But I can spend, and I know how to spend. So I knew I would not be a banker. Apologies to bankers that are here. I knew that I won't just do that. I knew I can't do law. I knew I won't be a medical doctor. So I knew, and I said, what can I do? My ability is in helping people to rise, helping people to get ahead. I have called you to motivate and inspire people for a great change through the word and the wisdom of God, thereby helping them to get ahead in anything they are doing. My job is to help people find their place and stay in their place and rise. That's my job. This coming week, I'll be sitting down with 59 executive training guys in oil and gas. 59 of them. They're going to camp them together. I'm going to be training them for 2 days somewhere. Oil and gas company. And you know they are going to pay me. What I'm going to share with them, part of what I'm sharing with them is what I'm sharing with you. Just to help them understand that this is how to move up in any career, in this new career that you have found yourself. New executive training, about 59 of them. Part of what I'm sharing with you are the things I'm going to share with them. You must know who you are. You must know your identity. You must know what you can do. That is your ability. The knowledge of what you can do will determine the kind of career you choose, will determine the kind of people you choose as friends, will determine the kind of people you choose as life partners. The third question. What's the first one? Is a question of what? The second one is a question of what? The third one, where am I going? Is a question of destiny or destination. As the case may be, if you're writing it down, destiny or destination. Where am I going? Where am I going? That's the third question. Where am I going? Now, destiny is not a religious word, it's from the word destination. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? So, where am I going is the third question that everybody, you find yourself in any career, you want to unlock your potential for career growth in this digital age, you must ask yourself, where am I going? Now, the understanding of where you are going will minimize distraction. Does anybody understand? Somebody said, if you know where you are going, the whole world, if people see a man that is going somewhere, the whole world will stand aside for that man to pass. So, I'm saying that while we were driving to this place, we knew we were coming to second gate. Nobody would have told me to branch to Agbowo. I would follow the person because I knew where I'm going from leaving Elebu. I knew right from Elebu that this is where I'll be coming. So nobody could have told me, come this way. So distraction will be minimal if you know where you are going. That all of your friends are jackpotting does not mean you should jackpot. I'm not saying it's wrong to jackpot, but at least you must know where you are going out of the jackpot. You must know where you are going in the career. You can't live like every other person. It is a disaster. You are going on a journey that can have a crash if you live like that. No, everybody can live like that, but you shouldn't. That's what I mean. Majority of the people in this world, they are living like that, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. So that's why the theme of this conference, to level up, it means that it is not for everybody. Do you know that it's only 3% of the people in the whole world that is averagely fine? You know what it means to be averagely fine? You have a job, you're collecting salary, you have a wife, you have a car, you can afford to go to Dubai and come back, and you know, that kind of life. Only 3%. Only 1% are actually very, very rich. What I'm saying is that majority of the people you see in this world, they are not at the level up level. So if you want to level up, you must do things differently. I don't know whether anybody understands what I'm talking about. The fourth question is who has been there. The fourth question is who has been there. They're not showing the slides again. Who has been there? This is the fourth question that anybody must ask yourself. It's a question of partnership. The first one is who am I? It's a question of identity. Second one, what can I do? Is a question of what? Third one, where am I going? Is a question of what? The fourth one, who has been there, is a question of partnership. Been there, done that. Who is that person that has been there and has done that? What that means is that there is someone who has been where you want to be. It is a disaster if you desire to be somewhere and you don't have someone who has been there. Does anybody understand? What I'm saying is that no matter what you want to become, if you want to become a great lawyer today, my sister, there is somebody who is already a great lawyer, isn't it? Who is already living on earth now. You want to become a great scientist, there are great scientists right now. You want to be a great comedian, right? There are great comedians right now living. You understand what I'm saying? There is nothing you want to become that nobody has become before. So question of who has been there should be close to your heart. What that means is that it's a question of partnership. You then find who is the person that has been where I want to be. Then go and start learning from that person. Read that person's books. Read that person's post on Instagram or Facebook. At least follow that person to understand how they are thinking. These are patterns that can help anybody to rise in any career. Oh, if I want to become the next Tony Elumelu, what do I need to do? I just need to study him. Number one, I'll be following him on Instagram. Every post, I will comment on every post. All his books he has written, I will read them. I will do my best to make sure I'm following him closely and learning from his brain, the way he thinks. That is how you model yourself after that person. Does anyone understand what I'm talking about? Write this down, very important. If you know where you are going, your journey is short. If you know how to get there, your journey is shorter. If you know those that has been there, your journey is the shortest. Should I say that again? If you know where you are going, your journey is short. If you know how to get there, your journey is shorter. If you know those that has been there, your journey is the shortest. That's what I did. No time to waste. I had already wasted time. I was leaving the university. I first went to poly. From poly went to university. I was leaving university at age 29. That's crazy. It's unheard of. 29. That was the age I left university. So I didn't have time to joke again. All I needed to do is to find out who has been where I want to be. Then I started learning from them. I started reading their books. And I had opportunity to meet with some of them one-on-one. The Fela Durotoyes, the Steve Harris, the Alberto Duoles. I went to them. I had the opportunity to meet with them. And I started learning from them closely. And before I knew it, even though I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I am not where I used to be. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? That is how to level up. That is how to level up. That's how to level up. That success in any career is predictable. So why are they inviting me year after year? Of course, we do several trainings for several organizations to this oil and gas company to come and talk to their new executive training. Is because we want to show them that their success in that career is predictable. Very predictable. And show them the blueprint as to how they can do it. The same thing I'm challenging every one of us here. If you want to have a change of life, a change of career, you want to move faster in whatever career or business you have decided to do, provide answers. And you can't provide answers until you do what? Ask questions. Ask questions. My next slide. Let me share with you just maybe five steps. I'll go and have my seat. If you have any question, I'll welcome. Can I welcome questions? I'll welcome that. 5 steps. Number 1, consistent personal growth. Consistent personal growth. These are practical steps that you can, if anybody, based on the topic I was giving, unlocking your potential in this digital age for career success. Unlocking it. First thing, understand that you have the potential. You have the latent power. You have what it takes. All right? So to unlock it, the first thing is consistent growth. Personal, consistent growth. Listen, nobody will do your growth for you. That's why it's called personal growth. It's personal growth. All right? One man one day stood up and said he wanted to change the world. He said, I'm going to change the world. And whatever I have to do, I will do to change the world. This guy started walking to see how he could change the world. He tried all his best and he realized that he couldn't change the world. So the man came back to himself. I said, now I tried to change the world. I couldn't change the world. Now I am going to change my country. And he started working hard to see how he could change his country. Sooner than later, he realized that he couldn't change his country. This man came back to himself and said, I wanted to change the world. I couldn't change the world. I wanted to change my country. I couldn't change my country. Then he said to himself, I'm going to change my state. And he started working to see how he could change his state, the entire state. This guy tried. Guess what? He couldn't change his state. And he came, he said to himself, I wanted to change the world, I couldn't change the world. I wanted to change the state, my country, I couldn't change my country. I wanted to change the state, I couldn't change my state. Now I'm changing my community. The community around me, my local government, I am changing it. This guy started working to see how he could do that. Guess what? He couldn't change his community. Then he said to himself, I'm going to change my family. At least that should be something I can do, isn't it? So he started working to see how he could change his family. Let me shock you. He couldn't change his family. Then he said to himself, at this point, he entered into a room, started to question what has gone wrong. Why he could not change the world. Why he could not change his country. Why he could not change the state. Why he could not change his community. Why he could not even change his family. Then he said to himself, finally, I am going to change myself. And he started working on his consistent personal growth. Personal growth. He started working on himself. Before you knew it, he was changed. He changed his family. That change of family radiated, reflected on the community. That reflected on the state. He reflected on the country and reflected on the entire world today. That man is John C. Maxwell. If you have not met him, you will have read about him. Has he changed the world? Yes. But how did he start? He wanted to change the world, but he couldn't change it. Change yourself, you will change your career space. You will change that organization. All I need to do if I find myself in anywhere is to consistently grow. That's what I have done all my life. If I find myself in any system, in any organization, anywhere, any mosque, any church, all I do is to change myself. If I change myself very well, it will affect on the entire environment that I am in. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Consistent growth means that you have to learn. You have to learn and learn and relearn and unlearn. This year alone, as a pastor and as a learning and development expert, I had finished Bible from January to March 28. By March 28, I had finished Bible. By April, I started reading from Revelation. I'm reading it back to Genesis. What are you talking about? You think it's joke? To rise in life, you must have something on your head. So it's about sitting down to tell yourself, where you are going will determine how much of work you are going to do on yourself. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Where you are going, the kind of success you want to achieve will determine how hard you are going to be on yourself. There's something called grinding. I can never forget. It was my brother, Akin Alabi. We grew up in the same area. I invited him for my conference. Conference. And he said to me, keep on doing the grind. Keep on doing the grind. Keep on doing the grind. Grinding will make you show up and level up one day. Number 2, basic steps you must take. Number 2, develop digital literacy. Digital literacy, because, show me the next slide. Let me tell you what is in the next slide. It says in the next 15 years, it is likely that many jobs and industries will become increasingly digitized, with automation and artificial intelligence playing a larger role in the workforce. This means that individuals without digital skills may find it difficult to find employment or move up in the career ladder, as many jobs may require at least basic digital literacy. Oh, somebody is here and I saying, "Hey, me Oginche Facebook. Oh, I don't know about Instagram. Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry for you. I am sorry." That's the only thing I can say. Because very soon, if you don't know how to use email to communicate, very soon you will become totally irrelevant. Somebody said a poor man is not a man that does not have money in his account or in his pocket. A poor man is a man that the whole world has left behind. That's the definition of a poor person. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? So develop digital literacy. All these things are not something. I read mass communication, my first degree. I didn't know so much about tech. But as everything grows now, even as a consultant, there is no way you can go away without not having tech, understanding of tech. Now I'm considering going to become a Scrum Master. What are you talking about? You have to have that literacy. Know how to use Microsoft PowerPoint. Understand what the social media platforms are all about. Stop saying that I'm not a computer person. You will not have money in the next 15 years because they won't recruit you. If they put you and they realize that you don't have some skills when it comes to digitalization. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Next slide as I round off. Number 3, be adaptable, be open to new skills as they emerge. I told you earlier on that I'm doing several things. New skills, learning new things, learning new ways to do things. So you have to be adaptable. If you want to move in any career that you have find yourself, things will keep on changing. So you must understand that whether you like it or not, change is going to come. Whether you like it or not, what is going to happen is going to happen. Whether you like it or not, what is going to happen will happen. What will determine whether you will stay is how you adapt to the change that is coming. During COVID-19, everybody, before since in my career, all the while, I have a particular graphic guy that does graphic designing for me and all of that, video editing and all of that. In year 2020, when COVID happened, I sat down with Canva, I sat down with CapCut, I sat down with those apps, and I started to understand it. Now I can do all of that without needing anybody to do anything for me. That's adaptation. I can sit down and come up with a flyer, design it, do video editing, graphics, nice one, international standard. I can do it by myself in my home office. That is being adaptable. So they don't say don't say that you cannot do something. Canva, there's a free version of Canva. Be adaptable, learn how to do things because things are changing. Things are changing every now and then. Next one. Build quality relationship and networks and maintain them. Build quality relationship networks and maintain them. Listen to me, guys. The reason why some of you are suffering, I know it. There are no two reasons. You don't do well with relationships. You don't do well with relationships. Somebody called me yesterday, my sister, and we were talking about one particular man, and I said to her, I know about 3 guys around this man years back. How come these guys are doing well all over the world and they are not helping this guy? And then my sister said to me, you know that man don't know how to keep relationships. And as a result of that, your relationship, your network will determine. Now, one of my brothers, in the same industry, Jimmy Tewe, he told me when he left UBA, he was leaving Accenture for UBA. When he was in Accenture, he left Accenture. The manager was like, why did you want to go? He said, I need to go. Why? The manager in Accenture, before that recent manager, had gone to UBA, and the man just called him and said, Jimmy, will you come over to come and meet me? He's building networks and relationships. That's all you have to do. See, if you want to move up in life and career, you have to build relationships. Constantly tell yourself that I am going to build quality networks and relationships around me. Now, the relationship is like a bank account. It's like a bank account. Should I strictly share that with you? Are you still okay? Are you still ready to take some? Are you still ready to take some? Now, what's your name, sir? Ifeoluwa is right here. How to know that I am going to do well with Ifeoluwa is this. Anytime I say anything or do anything that stirs up the emotions of Ifeoluwa negatively, I have withdrawn from the account of relationship. We have an account now. We are friends. Does anybody understand? That's how life is. We have accounts with everybody. Now, the moment I say or do anything that stirs up Ifeoluwa's emotions negatively, I have withdrawn from that account of relationship. The moment I say or do things that stirs up emotions of Ifeoluwa positively, I have deposited in that relationship. That's how it is. If he does the same to me, he will withdraw and he will deposit. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Now, if I keep on doing things that stirs up his emotions negatively, I keep on withdrawing. Just like if you go to GT Bank, you save money, you withdraw. By the time you finally withdraw all your money, if you go to the bank and say you want to withdraw, at first they will explain to you that you don't have money. If you try to force it again, they will explain further by calling another manager to explain to you. By the time you try the 3rd time, they will call police for you. Why? Because you have withdrawn all your money in that account. The same way, if I withdraw all the relationship deposits that I have with Ifeoluwa, that we are working in the same bank, he's my colleague or he's my senior superior, and I keep on withdrawing, one day Ifeoluwa will say, Otife Tebai. By the time I finish withdrawing, if I now try to advance, he will now give it back to me. Press down, shaking together. Does anybody understand what I mean? That's when it happens like that. Have you seen in an event before where somebody will come, there's a party going on here, one uncle is here, and then uncle is sitting down, everybody's sitting down. No, one guy is here, everybody's sitting down. Then one uncle came late, and he was coming straight to the front. Adebayo, right? And he says, Adebayo, stand up for me. Adebayo looked at the uncle and said, Uncle Kunle, what's the meaning of that? I've been here early so that I can see what is happening in the front. And then uncle goes back to go and meet somebody and say, can you imagine Adebayo, another uncle, goes to meet another uncle. Like, can you imagine? I told Adebayo to stand up. Adebayo did not stand up. And then the other uncle followed that uncle. All of them, they are now coming to the front to go and meet Adebayo. Do you know what the uncle will say? I look at them and say, Adebayo, just is your uncle. Stand up for him. Let it be. And then Adebayo will look at that uncle and say, but Akunle, Tori, Oshe you knew. Oshe you knew. Then he stands up. What has happened is that there is transactions that had happened. Over time, that other uncle had not transacted well with this guy. That's why this guy couldn't stand up. The same thing with life. If you want to move in any career, if you find yourself in any organization, Sheda Dambe, behave well. Have good relationship. Be respectful. Some respect alone can make somebody say, I want to help this guy. When they are discussing whether they should sack you or not, whether they should promote you or not, they will remember the transaction you had with them. I have said it before. God has never come down to give me ₦1 million before. God never came down to say, this is a car, collect it before. God never did that for me. But human beings assigned checks of millions for me and gave me a car. Human beings. So it is man that will do the work. Does anybody understand? Even though it might be God that put it in the person's heart. But if man misbehave to a demand that should help you, he won't help you. So build quality relationship. Lastly, develop a personal brand. Build your personal brand. I was deliberate about how I looked. Does anybody understand? Did you notice? When I came in, some of you were wondering, so who is this speaker? Why is he dressed like this? When I was coming up, I deliberately used my cap. Because I wanted to show up in a particular way. Maybe you have seen some speakers before that wear suit and tie, and I have them. You get what I mean? But I was deliberate about how I want to present myself to you. So that when you leave today, you have my picture in your head. This is how this guy showed up. I was deliberate about it. That's personal brand. Build a personal brand of excellence. Build a personal brand of smelling nice. Build a personal brand of speaking well. Build a personal brand of delivering on the job. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? Such that when you know what personal brand is all about? What people say when you are not in the room about you. Does anybody understand? What people say about you when you are not in the room. They mention your name. What comes to people's mind? That is your brand. So what kind of brand are you putting up every now and then for people to see you and be able to say, this brand, I love to stay around this brand. Finally, anywhere you are, whatever you are doing, add value at the highest level possible. Add value at the highest level possible. Please come, please come. Hey, bro, come. Come. Elijah, please come. Add value at the highest level possible. Watch this as I leave. Drop the microphone. You be at the other hand. Possible, yeah. Now, look at this. Bros, please, help me join there. Now, for the sake of illustration, you are not a problem, bros. All right? You are not a problem in Jesus' name. You see, people have said amen now. But for the sake of illustration, let's say this is a problem. All right? I have seen it everywhere. There is problem everywhere. In every organization, in every system, you want to level up, you want to rise, you want to unlock your potential, there are problems everywhere. I've seen it in Nigeria, I've seen it out of Nigeria. There are problems exist in every system, every parastatal, every nation, every government, every organization. All right? Problem exists. But this is a question I want to ask you. Whenever there's problem, what is that one thing we need to get rid of the problem? I can't hear you. We need what? Solution. This is it. The moment there's problem anywhere, the only thing we need to get rid of problem is to do what? Provide solution. See, look at this. Whenever solution comes upon any problem anywhere in the world, that problem we do what? We bow. We bow for solution. Bros, you will just bow a little, Sorry, All right. So what did I say? This is? I can't hear you. What did I say this is? When there is problem, what is that one thing you need to get rid of problem? When solution comes upon problem, what automatically happens to problem? It bows down the head. What has happened a lot of times we think is an event. It's not an event. That is a process. What it means is that when there is problem, solution needs to come upon problem for problem to bow. What has just happened is not an event. What has happened is value has been added. You will bow. All right? Does anybody understand? When there is problem, all you need is solution to come out in the problem. In any organization you find it, just look for problem. That's all. Just look for problem. Problem will bow down. As a result of that, value has been added. Anytime you add value in such a way that you provide solution to any problem, what will happen as a result is that money will come. Reward will come. Reward will come. All right? Problem, solution came on the problem, value has been added. As a result of that, you will get reward. That reward can come in form of money. Does anybody understand what I'm talking about? The problem can come in form of money. Now, Elijah is thinking now that everybody's bowing for me, that me, I will not bow. You shall bow. That problem is there. When solution has been added to the problem, what has happened? Value has been added. As a result, we have reward can come in form of. Don't let her bow. Let's put our hands together for them. If you put food in your mouth and you leave it there, have you eaten? If you put food in your mouth and you leave it there, have you eaten? If you put food in your mouth, you chew it, you swallow it, and get it digested into your system, that is when your cell can get some nutrients. That is when we can say you have eaten. Right? As I have spoken now, you have eaten. Is it in your mouth? Or will you digest it? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just for a minute, a rest. Please take water. Do you need cup for the Chivita? Just refill. I know you have your questions ready. Please, do we have questions? A whole lot, I know. Please, can you help me reduce the volume a little? All right. Do you want it written or you want them to ask verbally? So, do you want the questions written or asked verbally? Okay, so I'm just okay. Let me see if you have questions. Let me see your answer. So just one person, right? Just one. Any other person? Let me see your hands now. I want to count because we have limited time. Just two? Just two. Two people. All right, okay, thank you. Put your hands down. All right, now, he said so many things, and one actually caught my attention, jokingly. And he said, wherever you are, any organization you find yourself, you should look for what? You should look for what? So that means Portable was right after all. He was always looking for wahala. No, just kidding. All right, so let's go straight to the question, sir. This is still your mic. Just hold it there. So let me come. Let's ladies first, please. Ladies first. Thank you. Now you are smiling. Feminist. Please, can you reduce the volume? Bring it down. Bring it down. All right, thank you. All right. Sorry, I hope you don't mind. Okay, sorry, sir. All right, maybe no. All right, sir. I won't. No, it's okay. I won't step on it. I can just come forward a little. All right. Do you want to step outside? You're okay. You're shy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what can...
Your name first.
My name is Akinpade Bolua.
Please, can you help us work on this feedback, please? Can you bring down the volume, maybe for this mic or something? Thank you. Eshe? So you tell me your name, what you do, then you ask your questions, okay? So that will also help him answer you rightly.
Okay. My name is Akinpade Bolua. I'm an upcoming writer. Okay. So what can one do if one has a place to go, one knows where he or she is going, and then one has the talent and everything, and then the person doesn't have the resources or capital to start? That's my question.
All right, thank you. All right, sorry, ma. Sorry. Okay, sir, over to you. Please, the second mic.
What's her name again?
Your name again, please. Eboluwa, right?
Eboluwa, yeah.
Yeah.
What you can do basically, I skipped one of my slides, and I think that's about the second to the last slide, where I talk about, please put it up. I talked about platforms where you need to put yourself. Now, that you don't have money should not be a problem right now. You know why? Because the world is now small. In a crowded job market, it is important to stand out from the crowd, develop a strong personal brand that showcases your unique skills and strengths. Use social media and platforms to promote yourself and your work. Who knows Bera here on TikTok? You know Bera on TikTok? Fine. Mention any other names, please. Who knows Tao on TikTok? How much does Tao has? How much do they have to start? Tell how much, do they have money? Probably they were using a phone that is almost dead. What I'm saying is that we are now in a world where you can decide to put your talent out from Bere in the battle here, and then somebody in Germany will see what you are doing. Just ensure that what you are dropping is at the highest level possible. All right? Now, one of my mentors will say that you should make sure you are not doing things, that will attract people at local level. Do things that will attract on the universal level. Universality is needed. What that means is that whatever is the talent that you have, first forget about money. Number one, know it very well. Number two, you understand this is where you want to get to with it. Number three, use social media to promote yourself first. The video was talking about one guy. He said he just saw I think a lady. He saw the lady on Instagram. And he was the one that called the lady and said, I want to sign you. That's how it works. You are a post from your break. You are just a post from your break. The people that today had not post, where are they before? Someday, their work spoke for them, and today posted it. When today posted, about 10,000 people will follow you. 10,000 is enough for you to rise and blow. I'm telling you, if what you are doing is of a quality standard, what that means is this. If I make wristwatch, I don't make wristwatch for Nigerian market and be proud that I have made wristwatch. The wristwatch must not only pass the test of locality, it must also pass the test of universality. What that means is that this same wristwatch I made here, if they see it in Kano and nod their head that this is a good wristwatch, they must see it in China and call it wristwatch. They must see it in Berlin and call it wristwatch and still nod their head. As I'm talking to you now, that some of you feel I'm saying things that make sense. If I'm speaking in India now, they must also think that I'm making sense. If they don't think or nod their head that I'm making sense, that means I have only passed the test of locality in Ibadan. I have not passed the test of universality. That is how you should deal with your gift and your talent. Whatever you have, make sure you are ready to use social media to promote yourself. It may take a little time. It may not take time. Because easily people blow this time around. So what you can do is maintain yourself, have good character, good relationship skills, look for people around you. If your environment is not helping you, leave that environment. I have had people that left Ibadan and went to Lagos. There are times that there was a period in my life because, my dad, I was born in Lagos, my dad relocated to Ibadan, I've been in Ibadan. But there was a particular year that I knew that what I had can no longer be okay for Ibadan. I then moved. But I still have a base in Ibadan. So I shuttled between Lagos and Ibadan. So what that means is that I knew that some environment will not appreciate what I have. I needed to go to an environment where they will appreciate it. If it will cost you to do that, do it. That's not so much to do. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? I can't be saying that go and meet people. In fact, now I don't even advise people to go and look for loan. Do what you are doing very well. When people see it, they will call for you. That's the best way I can answer that.
Eboluwa, does that answer your question? Are you sure? Okay, so I'll come to you. I'll check your last. Your name, what you do, and your question.
Okay, my name is Victor Abia. I'm an entrepreneur and a prospective software developer. Now, my question goes first. Now, you talked about adaptability. Yeah. Now, in the case of COVID-19, that was something peculiar, maybe one in thousands that might have happened. Yeah. In a situation whereby that doesn't happen, where does that leave you? In the sense that, say, for example, you are into something, and then now you had to go learn video editing and all of that. Does that not conflict with you trying to be a jack of all trade? One, that's the first question. Now, the second question comes in the sense that, Now, we all know every organization have problems. They have problems to solve. Now, in a situation whereby you are not in this space of, say, for example, Bovas as an organization, and we all know they have issues and problems to solve. Now, you don't have access to Bovas, and you don't, well, I would say you don't have anybody you know that is in Bovas. How do you get access into Bovas to know their problems and how to solve them?
Let me start from the first. I don't even know where to start. Number one, my wife works with Bovas. So if I know that you have problem, total, and I train staffs of Bovas, I'm a consultant to Bovas. All right. So if I know you have problem you want to solve, and I can see how genuine the problem is, I can help you enter there. Is that one is sorted? Abi now? Another, you just use as an example. Now, what you can do now is to create a proposal that can actually address the problem. You must find the problem first, though. You don't come in and say, your problem will any, they will send you out. From outside, you find a problem that is happening inside. All right? Develop a thick proposal, robust proposal, that when the MD see it, they won't throw it in the trash can. They will say, get this guy for me. You understand what I'm saying? That has happened to us severally. When I started training, I used to send proposals to schools and say, I want to train their teachers. There are proposals I will send. The owner of the school will call and say, get this guy for us, come and do this thing. Why? Because we put the problem on the paper, visible enough for them to see. They see themselves in the problem. And they know there is need for us to solve this problem. Because this person has told them ABC they need to do to solve the problem. Now, you have a challenge to take it there. Simple way. Find the address of the organization, find the name of the owner of the organization or the MD through LinkedIn, go and use money in DHL. DHL it. Nobody see DHLs and say throw it in the trash can. In fact, nobody will open it until it gets to the MD. But it costs you like 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 to send it there. When they see DHL, it's landing on MD's table. But what is inside must be so powerful that MD will not be able to reject it. That's that. The first question you ask is that adaptability. When I started doing editing, does that not conflict with what I'm doing, like jack of all trades? No. I'm a speaker, content creator. My Instagram is at Sam Nike. I put it on the slide, Sam Nike. If you go and check my page, Sam Nike, SAMNAIKE, you will see the content I push out there. Now, then, because I'm a consultant teacher, I have to do things with speaking, helping people, to grow and all of that. Then I will have to depend on somebody to help me design, to help me do a video editing of how I came to speak to you guys at this place. I used to do that before, but I don't need to do that again because at my leisure time, I'm going to go on my Mac or my iPhone. I will do all the editing myself, sharp. Then I'll post it. Has that not saved me money? Do I need to give it out to anybody again? I do all my stuff myself. I can send emails to everybody by myself. I can do Instagram ad. I don't need to go and contact anybody and say one spot. I learned everything by myself. It is by adapting to say, okay, things are changing. Now, some of us here now, you have an organization, you have to look for one website person to help you develop website. When the website is down, you are looking for the guy. The guy is saying, I don't have time. Do you know if you understand how to do it, you can set up the website by yourself. Change everything you are supposed to change, do the editing, and do everything. That has made you to become a bit more better and bolder in approaching things. You don't need to depend on anybody again. So that's where we are going. There will be a time that anybody does not need to depend on anybody again. If you are wise, you can sit down at the comfort of your home and do everything by yourself. Number one, it costs you less, and number two, you are more effective that way. All right? And now, if anybody wants to learn editing, I can now teach them and collect money. Does anybody understand? You just use what you have to be able to service, people. That's what I mean. Thank you. You have a question, please ask quickly.
But I was asking you how many people have questions. Now we have another speaker. Now, after him, who else has questions? Hold on. You have. Make it to who else?
But 1 minute, let's just do it.
Who else? Okay, so sir.
My name is Razak Abdullah Larry.
Yeah.
So I work in a company called IPI Power Tech.
IP.
IPI Power Tech, Power Solution Company now.
Okay.
So the head office is in Lagos, Lekki.
Yeah.
But we have regional people. I'm the one covering the southwest, people in north, south.
Oh.
When I joined the company, the scope of work is kind of well defined. I know what I'm supposed to do. But last year, we had this redundancy. They asked some people to go.
To go.
So the job now become very tedious now.
Yeah.
So the issue I'm having now is this. I have more things to do. But nobody's talking about the salary. I'm not happy doing it. Because probably don't have time for yourself again. So, and these regional people now, all the HR people in the regional house, our salary is kind of uniform. Is there a way I can negotiate that with my HR manager to probably look at my own issue? I know we earn the same thing. Because the fact that I'm doing more than what others are doing, is there a way I can do that?
Do you and the HR earn the same thing?
No, the HR manager now.
Oh,
But
okay,
all
okay.
the regional HR people now,
You
we
earn the same thing.
salary.
Yeah. Number one, corporate decision supersede personal desire. Corporate decision supersede personal desire. That's your personal desire. Nobody can arrest you for it. It's what you desire. All right? But then, don't forget that there's a corporate decision that guides, this is what we pay anybody at this level. However, if your job is that outstanding and everybody can see, two things you should do, I will advise you. Number one, start looking for a job elsewhere that will pay you for your value. What you will take there that will make them know you are valuable is to tell them what you are doing here and how you have been able to do it successfully for them to want to hire you, and then you bargain for higher salary. That's the first thing you can do, which is about the best. The second thing you can do is to be bold enough to go and meet them. But I'm not sure you come back with good results. I'm not sure. I'm just being plain, right? I'm not sure you come back because they'll be like, this is a corporate decision. But what I think you can do more is to keep on working on your grind such that your work is so outstanding that when you say you are leaving today, there's this guy I was telling you about now. He's in IBEDC, right? He said he was leaving. And the manager or the guy called IB is Ibadan Electric something. And the man said, the HR said, you can't leave, go and see Oga. And he went to Oga. Oga said, you cannot leave us. He said, I am going to Benin EBCT. What do they call it? And they are offering me something bigger. The manager said, we are going to top it up for you. So I asked the guy, what will have made them to say that? It's because they saw that this guy has value that is delivering. But he was bold to go and meet them. He didn't say that, increase my salary. All he said is that, I am leaving. Oh, does he have a job he's going for next? He does not have, actually. He does not have. So he told them, Imami, somebody very close to two of us, he told the boss that I am leaving for Benin something. They are offering me something high. At that time, they had not offered him anything. But he was bold to go and tell them, I am leaving. And they said, we are going to top it up. The guy is back there now in IBEDC with salary that has been increased. Times 3 of the salary they were giving him before. So two things, Razak. Yeah. So just deliver well, be bold enough, go and meet them and say, I'm going. But if you know that, Okito, stay. Because I know you have wife and children. So let's be. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
1 minute.
Yeah. If I stay here, the feedback, sure you get. All right.
Okay. My name is Damascus Michael, and I'm a web developer. I'm a software developer. You've talked about good character and everything, but I just want to ask, at the end of the day, do you think these things square to money, to value?
Good
Even
character.
Yes. Does he actually square to money? Does he actually keep clients at the end of the day? Because let me use myself as an example. I'm somebody that for several reasons, I don't know why people just normally have things to say about me. You understand now? Like, this guy, I'm somebody that I don't like to follow the crowd. Once I even see that there's a career path that everybody's following, it's not for me. So recently, I've developed quite a number of websites. So recently I decided to move into phone tracking and the likes. So because I know there's no crowd in it and everything. So, but do you still think good character, the way you talk to does it actually square to money?
In fact, the first thing.
When it comes to, I'm talking, let's use that vast competency now.
Competency.
Yes.
We should use that vast competency.
What I mean is, excuse me, what I mean is good character is good, everybody knows that. But in comparison to competency,
Yeah.
just explain better.
The first challenge I'm having is that you are challenging that, do I think good character can make somebody stand out? So I'm already having that issue with you. Already now. So if I am in a place to sign you as a web developer, I am also thinking that, is this person going, I'm being frank with you, is level up. That's the first challenge I'm first having with you. With that mindset. Should I say this in Yoruba? I'm a very correct guy when it comes to, but I also love Yoruba. If you see somebody's life that it has turned to something else, the first thing you go and check is the character of that person. Check the character. That's the first way. So that alone, I'm telling you, character, you cannot fight it anywhere, anyhow. It may take time, but people will know you for your character. I'll tell you this. Please follow me quickly. Forgive me, 1 minute. All right. You are going, where's the farthest place you have traveled to in your life? I've gone to, where is this place? I've gone to Nasarawa. I've gone to, after Nasarawa, where is that place? Where Pastor Abu is. Benue, I've been to Benue. Nasarawa is where I've been to Benue. Then there's this place Peter was. In Mina. Then after Mina, there's another place. Don't let me, I've traveled that way by the road before. I will never do that again. It's been those years that I did that. Now, let's imagine we are going to Nasarawa, right? You want to go to Nasarawa, you will go to maybe Iwo Road, right? To go and take a bus, Michael. The question I want to ask you is this. Let's say you get there very early in the morning, you are going to Nasarawa, you got into the bus, you sat down. By the time you sat down, you saw one man by the road, by the side of the car, right? They brought Sasem Brown to him. He drank it. They brought Star. They brought Gouda. They brought Shekpe. They brought everything. In your very eyes, you saw that he took about 13 bottles. Then after that, they rolled something. They gave him. Then he started, Then he started, let me come so that. Good to see you. So, then he started rolling cigarettes and Indian hemp. Then you saw that he also did like 13 of that. You saw him. But while you sat in the bus, people were coming in the bus, sitting down, till the bus was filled up. Then it was time for you to move. And then the guy you saw strolled into the bus and entered the car and said, guys, are you ready? We are ready to go. The question I want to ask Michael is that, will you follow that guy to Nasarawa? No, absolutely, right? Now, look at this scenario also. Please take care of this, baby. You got to the place that you want to take Nasarawa bus. You got there very early. By the time you sat down, you met one man at the driver's seat, seated, and in his hand you saw books of how Dale Carnegie invented several things. You saw him read another book, of great men. You saw him reading books on wisdom. He carried book of Oyedepo. He started reading. Then you saw him tune the radio, and then he started listening to John C. Maxwell about 7 steps to become a great leader. You started hearing all of that. Meanwhile, while you sat down, you were also gaining wisdom from the things you were hearing. Then, as you sat down, people were coming till the bus was filled up. You are ready to go to where? Nasarawa. And then you decided to ask the driver. I said, sir, I like your character. I love the way you have been doing stuff. Can I ask you a question? When did you start driving? And the man looked back and said, oh, you mean me? Sorry, I just learned driving yesterday. In fact, this is my first trip. Will you follow the man? No, right? Absolutely. Guess what happened? The first man had competence, but does not have character. The second man, even though he has character, but does not have competence, none of them is worthy to follow to Nasarawa. That's how it works, guys.
It seems Michael does not agree. You said? Because the way he finished that thing is like, That is it. Oh, thank you. Okay. Please, I appreciate Michael. Thank you. All right, are we learning? Are we learning? All right. What do we have to say to our speaker? Come on, make it louder. You can bring honorarium to me. Don't worry, I will deliver it to you. All right, so that was Sam Nike, and I'm sure that session blessed us. Please, can I have someone to assist me with this? I want to bring this down. One of the ushers, guys, please come around. So, are you ready for the second dose? Or they should serve you food first? Are you expecting food? Did you order? But if you make order for me too. All right. Okay. So this person I'm calling next. My first encounter with him was amazing. We traveled, I think, over an hour together for the first time, and we had a good time in the car. That was the first time we meeting him. I had to take him to. He's a pastor. And the person that left also is a pastor. All right. So you can understand that everything they are telling you is not just from the physical realm alone. There is a spiritual substance added to it. They are not just saying Jesus, 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 but there is a spiritual substance added to it. Just follow it. That's all I have to say. Just follow it. You will come back and share your testimony. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to bring up our second speaker. Please, can I have the name of the person that walked in just now so that we can recognize him properly? Thank you. McHarry Patrick is a cybersecurity consultant, certified ethical hacker, spiritual intelligence coach, author, pastor, husband, and father. He is the CEO of Cispatium Tech, one of the foremost cybersecurity companies which specializes in cybersecurity consulting, coaching, and e-gadgets security. We consult for organizations, companies, businesses, schools, and individuals. Mark Harry's years and wealth of experience has enabled him to help organizations, businesses, schools, parents, students, and individuals not to fall victim of cyber threats, scams, and online predators. He helps schools, churches, organizations, and mosques to develop child safety policies and structure. He organizes T3, Train the Trainer, for professional handlers of teens and children. What they do, Cispatium Tech trains company staffs on creating the culture of cybersecurity. Cispatium, Cispatium Tech trains parents, counselors, schools, teachers, and students on child's internet security, safety, and total well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please join me to make welcome McHarry for his presentation.
All right. I don't want you to disappoint me, please. Yeah? All right, thank you. Maybe we'll just have somebody there that just help punch. I'm using my system for my backup in case. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I want us once again to appreciate Sam Nike for that wonderful presentation. Let's appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing a great job there. And I want us to appreciate the organizers of this event. Knowledge is powerful. And for you to have opportunity to sit down here, regardless of how much was paid, if it's not free, please let's appreciate Level Up team. I know Henry, I know Samuel, and let's also appreciate LearnCity Ibadan. Please, can you, if your hands are not busy, can you do that? All right, thank you, and every other speaker, thank you very much. Like you have heard, I'm a certified ethical hacker. When I came in, the first thing I did was to check, to check my hotspot to see Wi-Fi that are open, your hotspot. I saw a lot of you. I had to screenshot it. Yes. It's just that I didn't send it to them. We would have shown it. That's a dangerous thing to do. You just go anywhere and leave your hotspot open is a dangerous thing. You can be hacked that way. Yeah. All right. Just leaving that by the way. The young man that asked, that was asking Sam Nike about what you can do and all of that. In tech, it is called footprinting, reconnaissance, or social engineering. How do you learn something about somebody or a company without you working there? There are several things you can do. You know, in tech, you know, is either footprinting, reconnaissance, or social engineering. So this afternoon, I will be speaking on the title, Leveraging Technology to Advance Your Career. Leveraging technology to advance your career. I will start by saying, before now, you will have to queue for you to become a movie star in this country. Do you agree with me? Sometimes, even when they feel that you are a little bit good, you will have to be a passerby in several, movies. You just be a passerby, maybe part of those who greet before they think of you becoming a superstar. But during the lockdown, there are few people who leverage on technology, and right now they are super than the superstars. I believe you know the Broshagi of our day. You know Macaroni. You know a lot of these guys right now. People we used to call superstar in the movie industry are trying to act skit with them so that they can be relevant. Why? Because they leverage on technology. Like the lady there that was asking, what can you do? The piece, Sam Nike was saying, is the same thing these guys, they did. You have to line up. But right now, from the corner of their space, from the corner of their room, they have become international set of people. They have millions of followers, and people that we used to celebrate now want to identify with them just because they leverage on technology. So, as a way of introduction, you can leverage on technology to become successful at anything that you do right now. My first slide. Anything. If you are selling pure water, you are selling guguru, you are selling ekpa, you are selling whatever, you can leverage on technology right now to become successful. There is absolutely nothing right now that you cannot sell, using technology in order for you to advance your career. I mean, anything. Just think about anything. You can leverage on it. I said, whether it's business, whether it's career, whether it's family, whether it's education, whether it's fashion, regardless, you can become successful. And I will say this for free. One of the easiest way to become unsuccessful right now is for you to ignore technology. And that's what Sam Nike was saying. If you live in this generation and you are still saying, I'm not the social media type, I am not the easy, already you are backward. You are already backward. The world has left you already. You cannot afford to say that. I have written books. If you go on Amazon, you will see them. Books on digital parenting. I've also written books for children in secondary school, teenagers, on their digital safety. There are a lot of parents who will tell you, oh, I'm not the... It doesn't matter what type of person you are. As long as you have children in this generation, you must be digital. You must be tech savvy. You don't have an excuse that, because this is the age they find themselves. All right, let's move on. So, ignoring technology is preparing to fail or becoming irrelevant in this 21st century. Ignoring it. Regardless of your profession. Like he said, we met 2004. How many years is that? 19 years. We had our first degree in mass communication. Same class. 19 years. He was talking about relationship. So we've known each other for about 19 years. So mass communication was our first degree. And we left school 2009. That's several years ago. So I had to change my profession. If you go on Google Chrome, any of the browser, there is something we call Google Trend. And Google Trend is a browser as well. And Google Trend can tell you jobs of the future. If you type right now on your phone, jobs of the future, you will see there. Google Trend can predict the course of your study. So some courses people are studying right now, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, it will be relevant. So when I saw that, I moved from mass comm to cyber security straight. And I am happy. I am very happy. And I said to myself, I have 2 kids. Regardless of what they decide they want to do in life, cyber security, they will have to learn. Even if it's just going to be one of their hobbies, it's okay. But they will have to learn it. So I have to deviate because I realize that the world we are in is changing. And it's technology that is changing the world. Some people will wake up tomorrow and just realize that the world has left them. You know, technology is changing the world and how we do things. Yet a lot of people are still clueless about it. They are hoping that one day they will just wake up, that we are dreaming. But I have good news for you. The world is leaving you. And you wake up and realize that the world has gone ahead of you. In fact, the worst part of it, the next slide. The worst part of it is that a lot of people have laptop, you have internet, you have smartphone, but you are not using it to do any other thing than watching Netflix, YouTube movies, and just doing messages and all of that. That's all you do. Calls. I said, do you know that our reliance on technology cannot be rolled back? Meaning that we are not going to wake up tomorrow and say we don't need technology again. Till this world will end, it will never happen. Before Obasanjo came into office in 1999, it was difficult for you to even send email. Right? When phone came, I remember my dad bought the first one, Nokia 3310. He bought it for 52,000 then. The SIM card MTN was bought for 24,000. And what betide you if you touch that phone? You are dead. Dead. And before our very eyes, we move from phones like that. We go to Android phones. Now we are using smartphones, you know, smartphones that are smarter than us. Anyway, this is where we are. My 2 kids, my first daughter, she turned 7 in February. You know, she's born into this age. It will never go back. Regardless of how much I try to explain what happened before 1999, she will not understand. I saw a video of a teenager that was trying to use a landline phone to call, and she turned it upside down. In fact, she held it and asked the father, what do you use this for? And I said, can you imagine? So our reliance on technology will never go back. So bear that in mind. We will never go back. And if you are going back, the world is actually leaving you. That's what it means. Technology has made life easier, safer, longer, and more enjoyable in numerous ways. So what do you need to do as an individual? It's for you to begin to think strategically. And what is strategic thinking in this sense? It's observing the changes happening around you in business, observing changes happening around you in sport, in entertainment, in science, in technology, and you leveraging on it for your advantage. That was what I did. You heard him. He had to sit down to learn how to edit. He had to sit down to learn how to do a lot of stuff, and he does it for himself. That's what he was paying a lot of money to do before. And they would not deliver it at the right time. He needed them to deliver it. However, he had to learn those things by himself. So it's for you to see what's changing, you know, and you begin to actually change with it. Being able to identify the reason for those things and using them to your advantage is what we call strategic thinking. So I expect everybody here to be a strategic thinker. We are in a world that technology has taken over. Not that it's taken, it has taken over. And you need to move in that direction. And if you're a parent here, let me beg you, ensure your children follow this pattern. We have 3 types of parents. It's not part of my stuff, but you know, we have the limiter, we have the enabler, and we have the mentor. You know, the limiter are those who don't have any knowledge about technology. So all they know is that it's a dangerous place. So they don't allow their children to go at all. We have the enablers that know, oh, it's good for them, but they have no clue how it works. They just encourage their children to do it. But we have those who are mentors. They are learning how to become tech savvy because of their children, which is really good. I do a lot of training for schools. I do a lot of training, for professional handlers of teenagers and children. And I know what I'm saying. A lot of parents just feel clueless, and their children is actually in this age. Some of them will wake up 5 years from now, and they will be wondering what happened to their life, because their mates would have gone far ahead of them. So let's come back. Leveraging on technology is the practice of optimizing the use of digital tools to succeed both as an individual and at your workplace. Maximizing it. And interestingly, we have a lot of them. A lot of tools that you can use for you to be able to optimize, for you to be able to succeed, whether as a business owner or as an individual. There are a lot of people that I know, just with their smartphones, they are millionaires. With their smartphones, they are millionaires. They don't leave the comfort of their house. They are millionaires. I have a guy, he's one of my team members. He worked with Amazon. And every month he makes an average of $1,800. Since he left school, he has not worked anywhere for like 7 years. And when there is a lot of job, he make up to $2,000, $3,000 at home. And 95% of his clients are not Nigerians. That is, you are constantly seeking out ways to employ technology to improve, yourself individually or organizational performance. You skillfully using state-of-art resources and employing technology to assist in work activity. A good example is the most powerful digital tool in existence today, and it's called ChatGPT. How many of you have heard about it? If you don't know about it, you are behind. ChatGPT is currently the most powerful tool, and they are just testing it. It's an AI tool that can do virtually almost everything. I mean, just tell this ChatGPT what you want to do. It will produce it for you. As a matter of fact, right now in the Western world, they are complaining that it has made students lazy, because all the assignment is done there. Just ask this chap and say, this is my assignment. This is the topic. And he will write out you don't need to edit. Yeah. On the go, once. As a matter of fact, they have AI virtual artist. I was in this recording studio recently, a few days ago, to do a voice recording for a training that's coming up 27, a free cybersecurity training. I'll talk about it later. And the person that went with me, the lady, one of my team members too, she said she wants to become an artist. And she just asked this chap that composed me a song. She put the title in our very presence in less than 2 minutes. No, 1 minute. This ChatGPT wrote verse 1, the chorus, and verse 3. And she started jumping that. I now have a song. And this guy who is a producer told us that a lot of artists, this is what they use. Some of them are multi-millionaires. They don't compose the song. They don't do anything. He will not only compose the song, he will give you the harmony of the song. Tell your neighbor, wake up. Some of us, you are still sleeping. You think you are in Ibadan. I mean, there is absolutely, it can send email. In fact, you can program email for the next 12 months, and it will be sending it on your behalf. It can write a legal document. All you need to do is to put the essential in there and say go, and it's gone. And by the time it's out, even if you are reading it, you will tell yourself, me. I'm serious. According to Forbes, AI is taking over 85 million jobs. This came out last week. They are taking out they are going to take 85 million jobs globally shortly from now. Before this year is over, they will take over this job. Let me scare you. If you are not techie, or whatever you are doing, you cannot leverage on technology, in the next 5 years you will expire. Whatever you are doing. Mark my words, write it, put it on social media. In the next 5 years, you will expire. People who will leverage on technology will just go ahead of you. It will be as if you are watching a movie. So ChatGPT is a natural language processor and all of that. You can check all of that. But the good thing is you can have a proper conversation with it. It can answer any question. It can do any task from email, essay, code, create selfie. I will show you some now. Please, the next slide. Can you see this? This is Jesus who took selfie with his disciple. This chat GPT, I'm telling you, they are test running it. It has not been launched. It's already causing a global problem. Can you imagine Jesus taking selfie with the apostles? Cleopatra taking selfie. This is Mandela taking selfie. When did you start taking selfie? Martin Luther King. But that's how much this can do. It can take selfie of people that are long gone, 100 years ago. Tell your neighbor, wake up. There's a song like that, right? Wake up, do what? This one is not collect money. Wake up to technology. Before your very eyes, all of these are happening. You know, there are some of us who wish that our parents are alive. For you to ask them, where were you? Are you like that? Where were you when some of your friends were? Don't allow your children to ask you, where were you when technology took over in your lifetime? Over time, technology will enable financial stability and discipline without the need for people to gain relevant knowledge. Regardless of all of this, they will still need humans to operate them. Do you know that? They will still be hacked. Yeah. They will still be hacked. So you better listen to me. I might be your savior today. Yeah. AI and machine learning advisors will become ubiquitous, constantly recommending the next gig. They will recommend you the next gig. They will tell you 5 years from now what you will do that you can blow. They will recommend the next investment. They will recommend the next online class. Is this not Antichrist? Anyway. But the point is, they are actually taking over the world. Technology has taken over our world. You see, before now, NTA News, BCOS News, and all of them were doing shakara. When Instagram came out, Instagram and Facebook, you can only post pictures and comment. After a while, they introduced video. Immediately introduced video. It was predicted that this will be the future TV. And immediately they did. Facebook started live, and we have reduction of people that watch TV. So all the media houses have to run to social media because that's where the people are. And that's what most people leverage. Imagine if they ask you, if you're a content creator, you make skits, and you have to pay for 5 minutes on television every day. How much will you pay? But with your data 1,005, you have gone global. All right, so the next slide. Ways to leverage technology to surpass your competition. Number one, it will give you amplified productivity. What I mean by amplified, I mean times 100 of what you would have realized before. That's what it will give you when you leverage on technology. Amplify productivity. Employees and individuals complete their task swiftly and effectively when technology tools are employed. It makes it faster. Before now, who dash monkey banana? For you to work, you have to go to your office. I have a guy who is a software developer, one of my boys, and he's a programmer. He just got a job, with a company in VI. They pay him over 300K. He just got it 2 months ago. And he go to work 1 day in a week. And the other days he's at home with his laptop. Just appear once a week. Who doesn't like such a job? Just 1 day in a week he appear. Just sign. Then you go back home. And I have a lot of people like that work from home. Before now, we said it was impossible. You and I said it was not possible. So we don't know what is possible. Because the next 3, 4, 5 years, we don't know what is coming. But the best to do is to leverage on this. Technology is no longer just for tech companies, but also for individuals. Any organization can benefit from adapting technology to run operations. Like what Sam Nike said, you can adapt. That's what I did. It wasn't easy. Let me tell you my story. Because I do cybersecurity training. In fact, some of the people that came here are my students that came with me. And I certify people. Now, when I was thinking of what to do next, when I realized that the way this country is going, the way the labor market is, with a lot of unemployed people, regardless of whether they are first class, distinction class, or whatever class, what will I do? And I was having a conversation with a friend, I think it was in 2017, and we mentioned cybersecurity. No, ethical hacking. And I said, wow, that's impressive. So we went to an IT company in Abuja to make inquiry. They said to me that, do you have any knowledge, computer science, network? I said, no. Mass comm. And they said, for you to do this course, this training, that you need to do networking, they gave me lineup for you to be able to do this, since you didn't study computer science in school. And I said, I'm ready. And by the time they gave me the bill, I paid over 1,000 pounds to be a certified ethical hacker. By the time they gave me, I say, my God. But I just realized it's something I have to do. And I spend months. I spend a lot of months investing in networking, all the other courses I needed to do before I was able to, before they accepted me to study ethical hacking. But I had to go through. Sometimes I would sit down from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But I had to do it because I knew it was the future. And today I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And the interesting thing, like in a country like Nigeria, we are just getting into it. So it's a new field. And it's a big space. You don't have a lot of competitors. You don't get the gist. So it boosts productivity. And if you skillfully leverage on it, you will use it to improve communication. It will help organizations, employees, individuals to manage, multiple tasks and be able to do well. Number 2, automated process. It simply means if you are doing a particular job and the routine is the same, instead of waking up to do it every day, why not just automate it and let it be running by itself? I have a mentor called Mike Murdoch. He said for you to wake up every day as a parent and be telling your children, I told you this thing yesterday, I've been telling you for years, the same thing you say. He said most likely you are a fool. He said just record it, and put a speaker in your children's room. Let it be repeating itself every day. You don't get the gist. Instead of you as a parent telling your children, I've told you, he said record it. Automate it. And just put it. Anytime they annoy you, just press it. Leko, listen. Just press it. So you don't have to stress yourself saying the same thing to the same child every day, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you will live short. Just automate it. That's what technology has come to do. We can automate training. You have to wake up from your room, go to your children's room, just put speaker there. Record it once. And when they do something, just press it from your room. Anyway, it will give you consistent outcomes, which lead to increased client satisfaction, and your results are consistent every time. Let's move on. The next one, user data analytics. It means that computation, especially people who what you do involves a lot of data and all of that, it will help you. It makes your job simpler. You can't have a shop now. You have a business. And that business, you are not using technology to run it. Gone are the days that your sales boy or sales girl is actually cheating you, stealing your money, and you don't know. You can digitalize it. And it makes it easier. We have a mentor. You know, he has houses in the US. His children are there. He goes and comes. He controls what happened in the US from Nigeria on his phone. Everything. He controls it from here. All he just need to do is just punch. So when he tells the children, do this, do that, and they are not, he's already programmed it. As he press it, they know this one is daddy. So, you can actually leverage on technology to improve the things you do. Number 4, better customer experience. Better customer experience. Just imagine if you go to a shop, you have to queue up. You know, if you go to ShopRite, you have to queue up long, queue their bread. I think when they just started then, you will see a very long queue. You go to some shops and it's like that. But you see, when you digitalize yours, people can make order. And you have Okadas that go deliver to them. You have a better customer experience. Leveraging on technology. A lot of people have been able to please their customers better than it used to be because they leverage on technology. So for you to ignore it is actually you ignoring your success. Like Sam Nike said, success is predictable. It's predictable. Some of us, it's not people from the village doing you. You are the one doing the wrong thing. You are just doing the wrong thing. Utilizing technology to improve customer experience can improve that your organization, it can make your organization their best choice. I heard this long ago, and I will say it very quickly, that price is the first thing forgotten when people have better experience. And better experience or customer satisfaction is the first thing they feel. That's the first thing felt. Price is the first thing they forget. I know people who drive a long way to go and make their hair. I know people who drive a long way to go and have a haircut. In fact, the money they spend to go to and fro is more than the money they pay for the service. Why? Better experience. So you can use this tool as well to give better experience to your client. You offer your client multi-channel experience they want. Probably you are using, maybe you develop a software for your organization. You can make it a multiple platform, just the same way banks are doing right now. You can open one bank account and have multiple accounts under that account. You know that, right? That's what it means. So you can have the same app with multiple experience that people have when they approach you online. The next one, it helps you protect your business. And this is my own area of specialization. Cyber attacks are on the increase to either interrupt normal business operation, or they are there to modify data, or they are there to steal data, or they are there to invade your privacy. When scammers or hackers or attackers, whatever name you call them, when they come after you, they can interrupt your normal business operation. Sometimes that's the aim. And there are a lot of hackers they pay to do that. So if I have a company and my company is doing the same thing with his company, and I see that he's about taking over, I can hire hackers to actually attack him. Yes. So that they will hinder his normal operation. And when that happens, I leverage on it. You know, it could also be to modify data. It could also be, you know, for them to steal something. But these guys are there. But it will also help you to protect your business. If you fall victim to cyber attack or other digital threat, you will not be able to surpass your competition. In cybersecurity, there is something we call business recovery while you are solving the attacking problem. So as you are doing business recovery and continuity. So if your business is attacked, for instance, it will affect, you know, the outcome. So part of cybersecurity is to help you recover what has been stolen or the attack while you continue doing business as well. So technology can help you protect your organization by securing your data to keep you safe from cyber crime. You know, a cloud-based cybersecurity solution will keep your business operating while preventing cyber attack. I said here that technology can give you an infinite experience. You have no idea. Now, I'm not sure which other human being, at least I think at some point, Ronaldo had the highest follower on Instagram. In fact, his followers was actually more than Instagram itself. So you know people like that. If he stop playing football, he can never be poor. Did you hear what I just said? He will never again, except the close Instagram. But I think he has close to 300 million followers. 500 now, right? Human being. 500 million. That's 500 million. That guy is not just rich. He's wealthy. If he decides to start a business and market it to 500 million people, let 1 million out of the 500 decide to buy. And he's selling the product for $2,000. Multiply by 1 million every month. Some of us, if we see that money, you will just die. You die. On YouTube, if you hit over 1 million views, or you have over 1 million followers, they pay you. There are people who collect 3 million every month from YouTube because of their followers. There's an easier way to make money. I mean, they give you infinite. No. You will never know what is called poverty. I know people here in Ibadan, they have more clients from abroad. I just told you guys that I part of what I do too is cybersecurity training. The current class, I have a class by 3 p.m. today. The current class I'm doing, all of them, there's no single person in Ibadan. US, UK, Canada, Abuja, Delta, they don't have to come. So from the comfort of my office or home, I reach out to them. And the money, the price is the same. It can give you the kind of money you will never ever imagine you can have in your lifetime. There are some realms you get into with tech. You just be floating. There's a company that they want me to train some of their teenagers. They want to sponsor them to learn tech. And the director of that organization was saying to the coordinator, was saying to her that with the people that he's mingling with, that tech is the new oil business. And he's actually right. Tech is the new oil. So if you are not yet in tech, you should make up your mind before the end of this meeting that you have to be there. You have to be there. You can have a fantastic business idea and a top-notch workforce. However, if you do not adopt to the latest technology, your organization will fall behind. You can use technology to your own advantage. That thing you are doing, regardless of what it is, you can put it out there. There is somebody that is looking for that thing you are doing, exactly what you are doing. There's somebody somewhere looking for it. The person might be in China. The person might be in Togo. The person might be in Japan. The person can be in Abuja. The person might be somewhere far away and they need it. And you can just make your life better. Let's stop wasting data and just using it to watch things that you should not watch. And you just be saying, oh God, this word has said, oh God, you are wasting your data. Why some people are using their own to make money. So what are some of the benefits of technology? Wider coverage. Can you do the next slide? Wider coverage. Like I said, it was the lockdown that brought the brother Shaggy of our days, the macaroni, name them, even Tunde Ednot. You know, a lot of, it was the lockdown. Suddenly, boom! You know, when I actually thank God for making the decision of switching into tech was during the lockdown. I know a lot of people, relatives, that lost their jobs. Some of them, it took them 1 year to get another job. Whereas the richest man in the world push up during the lockdown. I just told myself, everybody around me, the ladies, I am advising them. Apart from the fact that you say you want to marry the will of God, just look at the trend of our world. My daughter, I already know the kind of guy she will marry. You can't bring, see where the world is going. There was lockdown. We don't know if there's going to be another one. You can't bring, no. It must be where the world, yeah. There were occupations that became prime during lockdown, am I right? And there are many organizations crashed. My daughter cannot say to me, you want to marry now, and you bring somebody, and I can't see 20 years from now. Are you wrong? You're wrong. There must be future there. With the way our world is going, there must be future there. Wider coverage. You are able to reach more people than you can imagine. You can reach the entire world from the comfort of your home. From the comfort of your room. You can reach the whole world. You know, some of us, the reason why you are held back is because you think what you have is not good enough. And interestingly, some of the people we are celebrating today, they started from something rubbish. Do you agree with me? They just came up and did. There's one guy, they call it LUP, GU, something. When you tell him spell something, he will be saying rubbish. And the guy blew, though he has gone back. Because I just realized that our world has turned upside down. The decent thing is not moving anybody. You have to do something awkward for you to be recognized. So if you think that thing is awkward, push it outside. It might just be the reason why you will blow. It's easier. It makes it easier. It makes it faster and more effective communication. It is easier, it is faster, and it is effective. It is better, more efficient in manufacturing techniques, and it gives less wastage. Less wastage. Organizations just realize that we can spend less to get more. So they just retrench people, employ few people, and give them more work to do via technology. So in case you are here, you are probably an undergraduate or you are doing your MSc, you are doing your master, is good. But if it's not related to tech in any way, I beg you, find a way to tie what you do around tech. And interestingly, most of the skills under tech can be learned. You can learn some in 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, and get certified. Just get the knowledge. You realize in the future you will need it. You realize you need it. So, what are the things you need to do? Learn a new skill. Learn a new tech skill. Learn a new one. Regardless of what you are studying right now, at least learn two. Learn. I learned this. There are others we are learning. You heard him. Learn it. It will be to your advantage at the end of the day. And if you choose to make it a career path like I did, I'm doing several things. And he does several things too. We just realized in Nigeria, 3 streams of income is not enough. Do you agree with me? Like he said, salary. If you are depending on salary, I apologize before I say what I want to say. You are done for. If that's all you do, salary, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. Because you need more. Interestingly, everything is on the rise. And I realize when you have children, you can't explain to them why some things are not available. Do you understand what I mean? A child is hungry. You can't explain how. They don't understand what you are saying. So sometimes when you reach out to people, hear this. For those of you who get angry with people that you ask them to borrow you money. So I just realized that sometimes when you ask people to borrow you money, they say they don't have. What they are telling you is, I don't have enough to give you. Don't say, you say you don't have enough to give me, but I saw you doing something for your children. That one is not part of the money they are talking about. Do you understand what I mean? Hey, don't get angry. I asked my uncle money, he didn't give me. I saw him and the children in fast food. That one is budgeted because it cannot be explained. All right, so learn a new skill. In fact, people with tech experience in your field of study will outshine you. People who have tech experience in your field, in a short while, they will outshine you. For business owners, you also can update your internal system, replace outdated tools, and train team members on best practices for using this new technology. And finally, you must embrace technology. You must embrace it. You have to embrace it. You have to. And that's what LearnCity is all about. They have a lot of soft skills that you need to learn. I don't know why it's easy for people to save 150,000 to buy Bond Street, and you cannot pay 75,000 to acquire a tech knowledge. I don't get it. The Bond Street, you will buy it to impress people who don't like you, who probably might feel more angry when you wear it, and just take picture and show, and that is the end. But if you learn this skill, it will follow you forever. Wherever you go. There are guys too who buy expensive shoes, expensive ritual. It just is not needed. You need to invest in things like this. It will change your life. And I think this is second to my last slide. The next one is about the training I told you. Can we read it together? I want to go. You know that's what's happening now. Jackpot trends and new technology. That's the free cybersecurity training I'm doing. People are just jackpotting to US, to Canada, and a lot of them that are going. No idea about new technology. They have no idea. That the jobs they think they are going for, AI has taken it already. So, it will not, bring it back. Don't take it off. Just don't show me again. Just leave it here. Yeah, thank you. You know, so this is what I'm doing on the 27th of this month. And there is a link there that you can follow, you know, to be part of it. It's a free training for everybody. But especially if you have plans, you are going to US, to UK and all of that, there is a link there. And you can actually These are my handles on social media. If you go on my Instagram at Makari Patrick, is on my bio. I've done several posts. You just click on it, fill the form, join the WhatsApp group, and we'll see there, because it's a closed meeting. I'm not making it open. There's a WhatsApp group for it. So everybody who joins, we'll just have a good time together there on the 27th of this month. So, like Sam Nike said, there are some things we cannot say here. The only way to get it is to follow us. Just follow me right now, Size Partium Tech on the Instagram, at Makari Patrick on Instagram. Facebook is Size Partium Tech /Cyber Nation. And my personal one is Makari Patrick. You can follow us there, and we take it up from there. And the last one is thank you for listening. Can you put the last slide? Thank you very much. I hope this has helped somebody. Thank you.
All right. One more time, can we appreciate Makari, please? Come on now. All right. Sorry, I need to use my phone here. Okay, so while Sam Nike was speaking to us, someone walked in, and I'd love to introduce him to us properly now. He goes by the name Mr. Sharafaddin Fasasi. He is the executive director at Ecosystem. Can we please appreciate his presence here? Thank you so much. All right, so before we let go of our speakers, there are two major things we need to do. I believe that some of us were told that there will be jobs available for those of us that want a career change or a new job. That is what we're about to do now. I'm going to call some set of people to do that for us. Then after that, if you see the available jobs, then there'll be an interview for you, and you can get the job. And at the same time, we are going to have one more session with our panelists, but then it's going to be like with our speakers, but it's going to be like in form of a panel. So in case you have any questions or talk, so that's why I'm not going to take question after his own speech. You understand? So we're going to take this question together. Yeah, just in a few minutes. We're going to take the questions together. Do we have questions for him? A lot, man. See how many hands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 300. I'm alone. Bye-bye. All right, so before they leave, because they're about to be on the way, but then they'll just spare us a few minutes. Let's quickly get to that part of you getting that job. Usually, the available jobs you need to see. So can I have Mr. James and Mr. Samuel for this session, please? Can we appreciate them?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our speakers, Sam Nike and Mr. Patrick, thank you for your wonderful section. It has really been inspiring. So basically, I said earlier that what we are trying to achieve with Level Up is filling the gap where employers meet employees. We have a database that contains various organizations. So we are leveraging on that database that we have to find suitable employees to fill in those slots. So before we go through the organizations and the positions available at the moment, because for the purpose of this conference, we have some organizations who have sent in their slots that are available. So we've compiled those slots and we've made them available so we can review them and see the potentials and things you need to, how will I put it? Things you need to have as a skill to suit in for those positions on those organizations, in those various organizations. So my colleague here, Samuel, is going to put us through following the slide. We have a slide. Please, let's have a slide on. We have a slide containing those organizations and the roles and the positions and basically what they expect from those positions. Please, the slide. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elibuti Samuel. Today I'll be talking about slides, please. Today I'll be talking about the career opportunities that are available. Slide, please. Don't embarrass my career. Thank you. Okay, next slide. All right, so I'd just like to give you a brief on what Career Link is all about. So Career Link is an organization that is dedicated to helping individuals with suitable job opportunities. They work with various companies to identify job openings and match qualified candidates with those positions. Career Link provides job seekers with resources such as resume writing assistance, interview preparation, and job search tips. They also work with employers to identify their specific needs and find candidates who meet those requirements. Career Link plays a critical role in helping individuals find employment opportunities and so on and so forth. Next slide, please. All right, so right now I'll jump into the available job opportunities. Next slide. Okay, so the first company we'll be talking about is LearnCity Technologies. LearnCity Technologies. Most of us here know Coursera. We know Coursera, we know edX, we know Udemy. So LearnCity Technologies has a platform that is modeled after such. Do you understand? After all these companies. And the idea is to have our own indigenous courses, people that we can relate to it and all that understands the ecosystem of Nigeria. So for LearnCity needs online learning manager who will be responsible for overseeing and managing the delivery of the online courses to students. We need educational content creators, instructional designers, e-learning specialists, online tutors, customer support representatives, video editors, Q&A manager. These are quality assessment manager. Do you understand? Next slide, please. All right. So that's for LearnCity. Those are the jobs available for LearnCity. We are taking time out to explain all this because we've collected CVs of people around here today, and we have 2 makeshift interview offices at the back there where those people would be interviewed today. And then if all things goes well, you would get a job before you leave here today. Do you understand? All right, next slide. So for Altfin is a fintech company that provides financial services using innovative financial technology. They need financial analysts, risk management specialists, investment advisor, credit analyst, business development manager, software developer. Next slide. Also, that's AltPay. AltPay is a digital payment platform that provides payment solutions to businesses and individuals as well. They need payment system developers, customer support representative, fraud prevention specialist, payment processing specialist, UX and UI designer. Next slide. All right, AltLoan needs loan officers, credit analysts, underwriters, customer service representative, collection specialists. Next slide. Okay, sir. All right. So AFC Solution Limited needs software developers, mobile application developers, payment processing specialists, system administrators, technical support representatives, and so on. Digital ecosystem needs community managers, marketing managers, sales representatives, customer support representative, social media manager. Okay, building brand need marketing manager. We like to call them product specialists. We don't call them marketers. We call them product specialists. They need product specialists, advertising account manager, creative director, graphic designer, social media manager, and so on and so forth. How many slides do we have left? Sir? 5 more. Okay, let me run through. Mr. James, take the remaining 5, then I'll explain how it is you can just bridge the gap and get this stuff.
So for B-Plan Advisories, which is a consulting firm, basically they need business consultant, financial analysts, human resource manager, marketing manager, project manager. All these organizations we've talked about earlier, some of them, apart from the sponsors, because we have some of them sponsor this event, some of them are startups, and basically they need genuine employers with definitely basic skills. So we've had them, we've gone through the organizations and we've seen their perspectives and the things they have to offer. So all these things we've mentioned earlier, there are basic the basic needs of their recruitment, the employees they are looking out for. Definitely you as an individual, you know your qualifications. So at the end of this slide, we have a section where you have to upload your CV. So apart from the CVs we've had outside and the ones you've submitted, you still need to upload your CV. So we'd single-handedly go through those CVs to see the necessary organizations and the roles that you are qualified for. So for Habitat, which is like an ecosystem that deals with real estate, they need a real estate manager, a property manager, customer service representative, marketing manager, operations manager. So all these roles, most of them we see they have similar roles in every organization. So basically, there's a basic qualification from these things. Like our speakers have said earlier, there's a need for you to be digitally driven, so to say, that's a word. So you need to be, you need to fit into the digital space. Like when you say you're a customer service representative, definitely you definitely know that most of the communication should be doing through emails, social media. So you need to have familiarized yourself with the digital space already. So the Be Quick, which is a logistic firm that does that's into delivery and transportation service to businesses and individuals. They need a delivery driver, although I would want to assume that most of us won't apply for that. A logistic coordinator, operations manager, sales representative, a customer service representative, and a fleet manager. So you can probably after this conference go make your research about those roles and see what you would basically need. For the purpose of time, we'll have gone through those roles, each of them, and see the needs and the qualification for each. So now you want to ask us why, or how will I put it, when this recruitment is to cover for, and how do we expect, or how does these organizations expect to run? So now you might be wondering, are these roles available, and you are just getting to know about them. So basically, I was explaining to somebody outside earlier, we've shifted from that space of you having to work 8 to 5 daily. The main reason why people want to get out of this country is because they feed themselves, or probably that's how it works. I've not been there yet. With the mentality that you can run multiple jobs. They call it the gig economy. You might probably have heard of that. We've had arrangements with these organizations. They want people to work with them on attachments. Nobody wants to recruit full-time again. Come, do your hour space, go. You can run multiple jobs in a day. So this is the reason why we have these organizations and this so much role. You can be a customer service representative and 20 of you are on that job, doing the same job for the same organization. Just the space of time. You are here for 8 to 10, another person is there. So with that arrangement, we have multiple people. And in that way, we reduce the high level of unemployment outside there. So the gig economy, it's actually what's in vogue now, and that's what most organizations are adopting now. So why, when, and how? Each organization has unique roles and responsibilities that is critical to their success. They have their reasons why they want to adopt that method. So now it is common for organizations to have job openings throughout the year. With this arrangement, you can definitely recruit more, making your shifts. You have a lot of people throughout the year, just like how we go for internship back then in school, and 6 months, some people are gone. We have some other fresh people do the job, and the continuity in every year. So the recruitment is open throughout the year. So now, the gig economy I mentioned earlier refers to work environments where individuals work as freelancer. We have people who work online. You work remotely. You don't have to be in the organizations. So we have organizations like that in our database who they don't even have a office space, so to say. You can work online, freelance. There's a Fiverr where you work, Upwork and the likes, where you freelance and you do jobs and you get paid in foreign currencies. So these organizations, some of our organizations on our database are not even organizations in Nigeria. We have some of them outside the country. So they need freelancers who would get attached to the organizations and they get paid. You work in a duration per day and you get paid. So this is the reason why we're having this large number. When we're doing our publicity and the likes, we mentioned the fact that we have 10,000 jobs available. Yes, it's true. This is the reason why we have this job opportunity. Each role that we've mentioned earlier, we are proposing to have at least 10 persons get recruited per role attached to an organization, and they place them on shifts. So the 10,000 job announcements we've made before this conference, these are the reasons why we've done our calculations. We even have more than 10,000 slots available, depending on the arrangements we've made with organizations. So basically, Career Link has come to fill this space to ensure that we want to reduce the employability outside there. Let us work per shift. We are creating a gig economy. Let us enhance it and promote it, and let's make it work. So this is the arrangement we've made, and that's what we're ensuring with this conference. We are putting into place. Thank you.
All right. So thank you very much. Before I go, I'd like to just buttress what he said. A lot of times when I was on the field for the whole publicity period, and somebody asked me that, 10,000 jobs, how is that possible? And I did a breakdown. Just this morning, I told a particular person, I said, imagine that I have to create a course, like a product, and then I need a service of a video editor. I need a video editor. I need a content creator. I just want to own a YouTube channel. I can't do all these things by myself. I need a video editor. I need a content creator. I need a social media manager. I need someone. The social media manager can do SEO for me as well. So if I have these 3 people, that means I've created 3 jobs. Now it gets to a point whereby my channel will go to the point where I want to create 50,000 videos. When I want to create 50,000 videos, 3 people cannot handle that for me, which means I have to expand. I have to expand. At LearnCity Technology alone, as of now, we need nothing less than 100 video editors. Why? Because we have a projection. We have content on ground. We need video editors. We need content creators. We need people that will change the narrative. When I joined, I'm going to share my testimony now. When I joined LearnCity last year. I joined as a freelance video editor. And today I'm the director of marketing. Not because I suck at video editing. I don't suck at video editing. I try my best. This is my boss. I try my best. I do well. I meet my hours. I do the normal things I'm supposed to do. But then I saw an opening. Most of the companies, I'm sure you will bear witness to this, that most companies, big companies that recruit these days, don't do their ads outside anymore. They recruit in-house. So what we try to do is we try to get in-house into this company. So when there are job opportunities, we bring them to people, because there are a lot of youths out there that are educated, well-educated, have skills. UI UX designers, they will tell you, do product designing, you will learn it. But by the time you learn it, what is the guarantee that you get a job after? So that is the gap we are here to bridge. One of our sponsors needs product designers. I was telling someone at the Web 3.0 event that I attended a couple of weeks ago. I told that person, I said, you're a UI UX designer. When was the last time you created a product? When was the last time you saw the product from start to finish? She has learned UI UX design for 18 months now. She has not done one thing successfully. Done one project. So what is the essence of learning skills when you don't have somewhere to actually work? So the essence of Career Link is to remove that narrative. There is a particular song, I can't remember the person that sang it now. The person will say something. The person said that initially when we finish school, when we are done with school, you have a job, you have a car. I can't remember that. Most of us would know that song. But then everything changed. In LautEch alone, I finished from LautEch. In LautEch alone, we graduate 5,000 students per year, which means we had 5,000 more people to the job industry, and there are no 5,000 jobs created. So the ideology now is, how do we break that barrier? How do we break that narrative? We cannot keep going this way. So Career Link is here to help out. Also, as a form of incentive, we intend to give out to the best employee that we send out. We intend to give that person salary for 1 year on our own post. What's 2.5 million? Because we know you are our brand ambassador and you will be doing a whole lot of things for us if you represent the brand well. If we send you to digital ecosystem, for example, and you get there and you do not deliver, You did not just spoil your name and your family's name, you have spoiled our own name as well. Do you understand? So it's not like we want to swindle people. No. We just want to ensure that we have good set of people that has the right attitude. You might have good CV, but have a terrible attitude, and then you just suck at your place of work. Nobody likes you, and then it reduces your productivity. Do you understand? I can keep talking, but at the end of the day, for those of us that have dropped our CVs, and for those that have submitted our CVs, please don't be in a hurry to leave. There is a makeshift office at the back. You'll be interviewed. Do you understand? Lastly, if you do not have any of these skills that we've talked about, if you think you cannot meet up this thing, LearnCity Technologies, we are training people at a discount for the purpose of this event, at a discount. Do you understand? So you can see anybody wearing this. They will direct you to the. Okay, we offer UI UX, that's product designing, web development. We do web development, we do data science, we do data analysis. Just today I signed 5 data scientist students, just right here. We do data analysis, we do data sciences, we do business analysis. We do social media, we have a social media specialist course. Then we have a classroom management course for teachers as well. Because we brought that up because we saw that the teachers that we have, they actually cannot just transit from the class to becoming a content creator. They are used to, they don't understand what it means to stand in front of a camera. They are used to the traditional system of teaching. You don't understand that the people that you are teaching are online. Do you understand? So we have all these courses at a discounted price. I don't want to bore you with all these details, but if you are interested, please see me or see anybody wearing the Level Up t-shirts. We'll direct you appropriately. Thank you very much.
All right, okay, thank you so much. I know Samuel, if I did not come up here, it won't stop. All right, okay, so now, Makari he's coming back. I think he went to use himself. So, I think we should be happy now. Well, this long face. Relax the muzzles. Relax. All right, so are you excited about this? Okay, so, those many jobs that are there now, I was hoping maybe there'll be something around what I do. But then there is nothing like public speaking, MC. Can't we digitalize MC, public speaking, and all of that? We're just doing UI, UX design and all of that. It's all well and good. Okay, so for those of us that have questions from Akari, let me see your answer again. So let me just give you number 1, 2. I counted 300 the other time. We had remaining 298 people. So just 1, 2. Who else? Anyone else? Okay. Do you still have questions for Sam Nike? Because we're having the panel session now. So you still have. So that's 3. Okay. The first 2 people that raised up their hand, where are you again? 1, 2. Okay. So now for Sam Nike, okay, that's 3. So we are going to the panel session. I'm just waiting for Makari to be back. Then we start that. That will take us around 5 to 10 minutes. Then we can release them. They have a lot of things to do. So please, one more time, I appreciate them for being patient. All right. For the 2 of them. Okay. For the 2 of them too. Okay. All right. Okay. Who else? I want to be sure because I need to manage the time properly. Coach Victor, thank you for coming around. Really happy. He's a wonderful guy. Amazing guy. Amazing guy. Sir, have you met that guy before? Victor the Great. Victor the Victor. Coach Victor. VDV. He's an amazing. Come and say hello to him. Quick. He's an amazing guy, sir. Me, Nico Joku, Moniko meet. All right, okay, so just DJ, where are you? Please, these people, their face too strong. Just play something. Which song would you love to listen to right now? Don't mention Talk by Labi, please. No. Please play Portable for their Wahala. But they said they should be sporting Wahala. Play any song that has Wahala inside. Any song with Wahala. Play. So they should solve that Wahala right now. I'm not really a lover of portable craft. Not until this recent thing that happened that he was arrested. He refused arrest. Abi. Then they came back, arrested him and all that. And within 24 hours, that guy earned my respect. Within 24 hours, he did the music with what happened to him. He shot the video. That is creativity. And the song sweet. Do you have that song? Come and say grace, they know the disgrace. Now you are laughing. So play the song for them. I see, let's solve that wahala. Thank you. Now you are shaking your head, David. I like the song actually. But I don't have it on my phone. But I like it. Hey, man. I'm not a prisoner. Now this guy is, with this song, this guy had my respect. I'm telling you. You see? Alright, did you read it? So like my friend will always say that whatever you see, you will see. He was one shouting wahala wahala. Now wahala come, the guy he almost spitted inside the courtroom. I've never seen Portable to be that humble and calm and quiet. I know one shimmy. I pity the guy. I shan't dear you, Mulon. But now you don't see Wala now. You see Wala we pass him now if you right as well. So I'm just trying to while waiting for Makari to be back. But then while we wait for him, if you have questions for Sam Nike, let me start with Sam Nike then. You are for Sam Nike. Do you? Anybody here? Please just come forward with this. So you know the drill, right? Tell me your name, what you do, then your question. Okay, please a minute. Okay. All right, brother, I'm very sorry. Hold your thoughts for just a few minutes. I'm very sorry. Okay, so while we wait for Makari to be back, we want to quickly launch a website. Do we have Christian in the house, please? Christian? Christian, you are the one doing that. Please come forward. Please appreciate Christian, ladies and gentlemen. Clap for him now. Abba, don't be stingy with your clap. And he's a fine boy. Clap for him again. In this barrier economy, you still maintain this handsomeness. You try. All right now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All right, so my name is Christian Peters, to be precise, and I'm a senior software engineer for LearnCity. And, you know, for those who do not already know, LearnCity is an edutech organization. And what we try to do basically is to create a learning ecosystem where people, you know, get to learn either academic skills. Take for instance, there are people who are in school and they want to get more, you know, knowledge or breadth, or, you know, get to have more information on a particular subject matter. That is for students who are still in school. And then we have people who, you know, SSC, YX students who are trying to prepare for the SSC and write the exams, the JAM, the different kind of exams. And we have people who as well want to, you know, learn a skill. Because I've been at my chair over there and I've been learning so much from our speakers. Thank you very much, sir. Sanaike, you know, I've learned a lot from him today. One of the things, I don't know, but I think the ground is quite open for me. Before I do the launching, let me just try and do a little, you know, rubbing of minds as much as I could, because by nature, by default, software engineers or developers like us are not very social people. We're not very, we're not people who really know how to relate with people. Aside from the space where we sit down, open our systems and write our codes, many of us, if you take our systems from us, we are as good as useless. You know, so sometimes I've had people come to me and they're like, you know, Christian, I want to learn, I want to become a software engineer, I want to do this, do that, and a lot of things. I think I should spend few minutes and let me I know there are people who really need to hear this, because I realize that there are many people who are looking for jobs, but there are reasons why they are not getting the job they need to have. And this is truth. There are people who, honestly, let me just try and, there are many reasons why people are not getting, I'll give us few reasons why people are not getting jobs, and the things they need to do to get these jobs, right? And I'm trying to create a connection as to why LearnCity exists. Because before I launch this, I need us to see the essence of why the platform is being built and the goal we try to achieve with it. All right, so if you are scared I'm going to take all the time, don't worry. I'm taking just 5 minutes, so I've noted that. All right, so fear not. So quickly, many people are not, employed. Basically, number one, because they are not well informed. Many people do not know what they need to learn, how they need to learn it, who they need to learn from. That's the first thing. People lack information. The second thing is, this is actually going to be very painful, but it's the truth. A lot of people are not employable. It's sad, but it's truth. Many people are honestly not employable. There are people who are looking for job positions. They are looking for payment, monthly payment or weekly payment. They do not have the skill or the capacity for. There are people who are seeking to occupy a space. I want to become this, I want to become that, but the skill level they have is not sufficient enough to carry it. And the other reason is that some people are just lazy. To be very honest, our speakers, thank you very much, sir. Our speakers have been very, very amazing and fantastic. They've taught us a lot. And you see, when men talk like this, honestly, we need to find that, because these people have their track record. When people speak, I think we need to check these people and really know why they are saying the things they say. Because many times they speak out of the substance of their heart, from their experience, and what they say oftentimes, they are proven and they are true. All right, so let me just quickly talk about the kind of skills you need to learn in this dispensation. First and foremost, I'll just say you need to UI UX design. There are people who come to me who want to be an engineer. I want to be an engineer. This. If you cannot, and they say they cannot code, I've tried to code. Christian, how do you get to sit on your system, write this code? This algorithm looks crazy. What is data structure? What is React? What is JavaScript? What is Golang? What is backend? What is frontend? How do they interact? If you are having all of these confusion, you can go for design. There are more easy to learn skills that are still relevant in the tech ecosystem currently. Like our second speaker, I've forgotten the name, sir, but he said something. Whatever you do, find means to route it into tech. Because tech is the new age. And one of the things you do to change, I'll say this lastly and then I launch. Sorry. One of the major things to do to change is when you see change, don't fight it. When you see change, first thing is discern it. Discern that something has come. When ChatGPT came out, a friend of mine ran to him and said, Christian, Oracle, they don't collect our work. I said, no, they don't collect your work. So I began to show him. At first, he was angry he was not happy seeing ChatGPT, ChatSonic. There are many others, many crazy AI tools existing now. And I said, no, they didn't take your job. And one of the concepts of tech actually is not taking people's job, it's recycling the system. It took someone else's job and gave to another person. It took someone's job who was not prepared for change and gave to somebody else who was prepared for change. So basically, when you see change, you discern it, right? You embrace it. Our first speaker, Sanaik, spoke about something. He said, when you eat, this is my last statement, when you eat, you put the food in your mouth, right? But you still choose to consume it, to chew it, and swallow it for digestion. So you look for something, and you see change, you embrace it, and the last thing which many people fail to do is to engage change. In all honesty, I never planned to say all this, but as a matter of trying to buy time, I just tried to speak to few people who I could I'm not a speaker by nature. I'm just a software engineer. Thank you. So let's go back to. All right. So I'm struggling to find out the more appropriate way to do this launch because my screen. Please just give me a few minutes. And after a few minutes, maybe a few more minutes, if need be. All right, so, yeah, we already have the platform open. So the platform is LearnCity. Man, this is very, very blurry. But anyways, you can open up your phones, your laptops, preferably your laptops, because that's where you get to, enjoy the full experience of the build you get, your system. So, like I said earlier, the major essence of LearnCity is to try to create that learning ecosystem for people to learn. You want to learn graphic design, LearnCity has it. You want to learn UI UX design, LearnCity has it. You want to learn data science, LearnCity has it. You want to learn digital marketing, affiliate marketing, you are confused. Where do I even need to start from? LearnCity has all of these courses. And the first thing you need to do is, I think you just need to go through a lot of courses, find where your interest or passion really is, and spend your time on it, and grow that skill, right? So LearnCity is for everybody, because in as much as we are all humans, regardless of our skill set, our profession, we all need to learn consistently. Because learners, one of the hallmarks of being successful in anything you do is that you keep learning on whatever you do. So, all right. Can you just give me a scroll? So what you are seeing here, sorry, go back up, go up. Yeah. So what you are seeing here is the things you have the possibility of learning, right? All right, so let's just go to the free courses. Now just stay here because these are the free courses we have access to now for the sake of those who can. LearnCity has, operates on an architecture where there are free courses that you get to take and learn. And also we have the paid courses. We have a payment architecture where you can choose to purchase a course you want to take, right? You pay for that specific one course, take it and get the skill. Or rather, you can decide to go for a subscription. Can you just scroll down a bit? No, sorry, up rather, yes. So click on that subscribe. So once you click on the subscribe, click on it. Thank you very much, very, very much. All right, so access to all LearnCity's video courses, quiz, certifications, and job openings. A lot of job openings have been spoken about by the previous speakers. But the amazing thing here now is LearnCity is creating that middleman space where if you don't have this skill, come and learn, right? Once you've learned, we have solid partnership infrastructure put in place to ensure that while you are learning this skill, there is a system put in place to ensure that you are ready for a job. So you are not just learning and saying, oh, I'm just learning. The difference between this platform and any other platform you can never find is the fact that it's a Nigerian breed. And if you agree with me, I think it takes an African descent to really solve an African problem, because we understand our in-house challenge. Now, so let me just click on this plan. No, click on the plans. Plans. Okay, go to the 1 month plan. So it's very cheap, 1,000. Check the, with 1,000, you have access to all courses for a month. Check the other package. 6 months, that's 4-5, with the discount there, 12 months. Yeah, so any which one you want, this is for 12 months. Any which one you want, the longer it is, the more discount you have. You click on proceed, and then, but just cancel it. We're not purchasing. I'm just showing you how you can navigate the platform. All right, so now let's go back to the free courses. Thank you. You are being very, very cooperative. Thank you. All right, so let's open this course for me. Master the art of. All right, so this is what it looks like when you want to take. This is a free course, so do not expect to have the fullness of it from the free course, right? All right, so scroll. Try and go to begin. But before then, before you start the course, of course, okay, go to begin. Interesting. I think the person using this, please mind you, the person using this system already logged in, already registered. So it made us skip the process of registration. But actually, from your system or phone, you would have to, there is a part where there is a sign on the main page. There's a sign. Can you go back? Is it possible? All right, thank you. No, go back to the previous. Or leave it, don't worry. I'll show that last. So, because there's no time. This is a course, just one course, Master the Art of Graphic Design. And, you can just play one of it, and let's just see what it looks like. You can autoplay or anyone, or just anyone, yeah. In just few 1 minute, you end it. So this is one of our tutor. I'm talking on, graphic design. All right, so you can just pause this and go to the quiz section. Just click on the quiz. Yeah. So anytime you take, the concept is this: anytime you learn, right? There is a pathway to learning. It's not appropriate to learn things haphazardly. There should be a structure to learning. Most times, the major problem why people are not learning a particular skill is because they are learning haphazardly. There is no structure to the learning. You want to become a software engineer, probably the front end, and you run into frameworks like Angular, into Vue or React.js. They are amazing front-end frameworks, but the challenge is that you need to understand some basics: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then you progress that way. So the best way to learn is to meet people. I don't know which of you speakers said this, but I really love that word. Is to meet people who have done this thing before. Let them hold your hands and guide you in that pathway. So that is what LearnCity is here for, is helping us to learn any kind of skill. If you do not have money to pay for the paid courses, there are free courses you can enjoy. Learn it and make use of. All right. So at the end of all of this, I'm already coming to an end. So for the sake of anybody who's coming next, be ready. The next minute I'm escaping. All right. So after the courses have been taken, you've finished your quizzes successfully. Our algorithm is built such that whatever course you take, right? Once you are through with it, we give you the space and the privilege to take a certification exam. There are people who try to cheat the system. They just run, say, I'll finish. We are monitoring the way you are taking your courses. So once you take a particular course, we are guiding you through to becoming. I want to become a programmer. There's a programming course you take. You take the first learning. We give you questions, quiz questions, like you can see here. What is graphic design? These are basic things from the rudiment, from the basic, the very foundations, the beginning. So we take it from the beginning and we'll do as much as possible to ensure that you keep learning, building upon knowledge, not haphazard, scattered. You get? So what naturally should take people years, like 2 years, 3 years, you learn it in 6 months, 9 months, because there's structure to that learning. All right, so you take, after this part, you have, once you are through with all the courses and the quiz, you have access to exams you write. Once you write the exam, you get certified from LearnCity. With this, you get to work in any of the companies they've made mention of effortlessly. You go through easy pathway. You don't need to even go through too many interviews, because if you can go through our procedure. You can go through our exams. It's proof that you are good enough and we've done best. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Where is the second mic again? Let me have it. All right. So please do register on our website and take a course. So where is that guy again? Please come forward. So quickly, we want to have our panel session. Our speakers are on board. And it's going to take, within 10 minutes, we should be done. Then after this, for those of us that are interested in any of those jobs listed before now, you can go for your interview. We are done after this, just for your interview, get the job and start working. Okay, your question, please. Your name, what you do, then your question.
My name is Omowale Elijah Flourish. I'm an electrical engineer. So my question was that, is it possible for someone not to have a talent? And if so, how can it be possible for such person to rise in life with ease?
Okay, the question is for who? Sam Nike.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. Sir, do you get the question, sir?
All right. Sorry, let me say this before I answer the question. As the, I think Christian, right? As I was speaking, it occurred to me that I need to tell you guys the truth. It's possible for you to come to an event like this and then I give you maybe 11 hours. You forget everything that has happened if you don't make decision right here. And one of the decisions I think you should make is for you not to go through all those free courses. See, anything free is bobo. I'm just telling you the truth. Buy the one that has cost to it. Buy those, and interestingly, they are cheap. Buy those courses. You will be shocked what that will do for you. Knowledge at any level will help you scale in life, at any level, as far as it's knowledge. And I say to people, knowledge cannot deliver any man. It is the knowledge that you use that can deliver you. Don't go for those free. When you go log in, if you see those free, just look down on them. Go and look for the one that has cost to it. Buy those courses after you have decided which area you want to go into. But that you want to escape tech, you cannot. All right?
Amen.
So there is no talent. There is no man that does not have talent. My guy. Everybody has been created by God with talent. And that talent is what God gave you to survive this world. All right? There are other human inventions, work and all of that came up. But there is something God has put inside everybody to survive. And part of it is talent, skill, and competence. All right? So you have talent. What you can do to find it is about you speaking to your inner being. All right? To find out what exactly is your talent. If you sit down very well, critically look inward, you will find the talent. So how did I know my talent? When I was in school, whenever they want anybody to talk to a crowd like this, in 100 level, I remember when I was in poly, it happened when I got to the uni as well. They want to talk to about a crowd of 700 people then. The class governor will come and call me and say, oh yeah, Sam, come and explain to people that the lecturer will not come again. He says he's coming. So I will mount the kidney and say, hey, great Nigerian student. Great Nigeria, great. So when I say it, everybody will, hey, great. And I will say, Mr. So and so said he's not going to come 4 o'clock. He's coming 6 o'clock. All right? So everybody stay in the class. So I knew from that place that there is something about me when I hold microphone. People want to hear. So I started, so there is something about you. You have to find it. Finding it is not in any man's hand. It's your duty to find. But you have talent. All right.
All right, thank you. So still hold on to the mic, sir. That being said, there is no man on earth without that. You have it. So just look inward. I'm coming to you, don't worry. All right, I'm coming to you. Your question is for who? To Makari. Okay, sir.
My name is Wahid Shino. My question to Mr. Makari is, you mentioned that though Mr. Sam Nike said it, that you have to identify a problem in any organization you want to move to.
Yeah.
And you further buttress it. Maybe there is this browser that can link one in order to know the company or an institution or firm that you have not been before. You might not know the problem. But maybe through any search machine, one can know if there's any problem in that. Fair. That's my question.
Okay. What I said is in tech, we call it footprinting, reconnaissance, or social engineering. How you can know something about, we have direct way of making research, we have indirect way. So this question you're asking me is a course. It's a paid course, it's not free. So for me to teach you how to know something is supposed to be paid, not free. But I'm just telling you the name. You can Google it. What is footprinting, reconnaissance, or social engineering? You know, so that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So it's not a company. You can Google it. Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir. Your question is for who? Sam Nike. All right.
Okay, my question goes to Sam Nike. Okay, my name is Mary Jane. Okay, I have two of them. First of all, concerning everything here, what happens to somebody who did not finish from the uni and probably the person has done most of these courses and is hunting for a job? Can any of these your companies employ the person, even if the person can do better? Because we know that there are most master's students that can't even do any better. That is one. Number two, I'm an educationist. I once worked in a place whereby I think my boss felt threatened by me because she felt that, oh, the parents, they now look up to this girl trying to solve the problem. So she became scared and she brought something like, oh, want to restructure this place and the rest of it. It's actually a known school and the owner is a big fish in your state, even in Nigeria. So I had to leave. So when I left, I found out that 2 months later, there were lots of chaos in this school. That most of the people there, the parents, they were having issues and they were telling her, oh, the foundation of your school has gone, this and that. She wasn't finding it difficult, easy. So she had to call me that, oh, she wanted to hear from this guy that she has missed me. So after, okay, I decided not to actually break that barrier, but because I believe that even though you've left a place, just like he said, relationship matters. We talk, she do invite me to stuff. So fast forwarded to last year, it was her birthday, she invited me and I came to the same school. So it now happened that the school where I worked is even higher than hers. The both learning stuff, because I'm this type that I don't like doing the same thing today, tomorrow. I want to learn further. So because of that, most of my colleagues there, they were like, oh, you MJ, what is your problem? All this while you've been in this school, what has she done for you after all this? So she was now like asking me, you're now with Mrs. Peters, how is it? Like somebody like, if she has her way, she'll bring me back. So she was asking me the salary scale. So I'm asking now, for the fact that the school now is a lower grade and where I am is a higher grade, does it make sense me going there? Because I see myself like I won't be able to learn anything from there. I want to upgrade even more than where I am.
So your former boss is calling you to come back?
She has been,
Indirectly, she's asking you to come back. Okay, sir.
I can't really remember the first one. What is the first
The
question?
first one has to do with someone who is not a graduate, but
Okay,
has
yeah.
all these skills.
Okay. Yeah, in Nigeria, someone who is not a graduate and have skills may find it a bit difficult in Nigeria. A bit difficult. Why? Because we are driven by certificates. Somebody was telling me recently, he's in the UK, he was around, so we were chatting and all that. They said even in the Western world, people are not really, they don't want to care. Do you understand Scrum? You can make it happen. Throw it on board. When they see you can do it, they pay you. But in Nigeria, people want to know, which school did you go? Did you graduate? Bring your CV. They check. Did you do masters? Did you do other? It's Nigeria that all those things happen. However, see, if I now, with what I know now, if I had not gone to the university, I can't be poor. Because I will have to prove myself beyond every measures and let any organization that cares to listen know that I know this job. Okay? And you can be in Nigeria and be working for people abroad. Excuse me. As long as you understand the work very well, okay? So I will advise everybody, anybody here that is young, please go to school. have the degree, at least there's something you learn in school that you cannot quantify. You cannot even put into words how you learned it. It's possible that what I even went to go and learn in school is how to dress. Because I can't figure out what I've learned in mass comm with what I'm doing. I'm telling you, maybe what I went to school is how to toast a lady, or maybe how to marry, how to get a wife, because I met my wife in the class. So maybe that was why I went to school. I'm just asking myself, because I can't really figure out. If you are in Nigeria, by year 4, what you learned in year 2 has become obsolete in every other country by research. And today I have people who said that, I have one man who said that what he learned in Lautech years ago, his brother is in Lautech recently, he still saw the same notes. So for you to know that, but learn no matter what. Then number 2, 2 things destroy any man: self-ignorance and environment. 2 things. Any man. If you are ignorant of who you are, 1, that's a problem. Number 2, if your environment is too hot for you to operate, those 2 things will hinder any man from succeeding. And that's why I fight it like anything. I guide my environment very well, then I understand myself every now and then. So those are the things that are happening to you. You are not ignorant of yourself in that first organization, but what was hindering you and affecting you is the environment. So when you are growing beyond your environment, there will be some blows here and there. People will be envious of you and all that. Get out of that environment. That's the best thing to do. If I see that the environment is too hot for me, if I see too much, I will leave the place. Always go to where you are celebrated, okay? Good enough, you know the job, according to you. You are now in another environment, all right? That seems to be a better place than the former place you were. If you have to move, you have to move higher. Not that you should go back. Thank God you have kept the relationship with your former boss. It's the best thing to do because she can refer you to a higher place also. But what you can now do to help her now is to, since you have relationship with her, come back as a consultant. But not that you will come back as a staff. Because you're already in a higher place. You should even think of higher place to go next. So what you can do is to create a framework where you can find time to sit with her and say, while I was here, these are the challenges I noticed. Can we do it this way? Do it. You are now speaking as an authority because you have passed through the place. So you are telling her, these are the things we are facing that time. These are the challenges you are going to even have, you know. So you can act as a consultant. So if you have done that very well, if you do that as a consultant, that gives you a leverage to go to other school and say, see, I've done it for this, we work for them. So you become a consultant. You know what I mean? Because the goal eventually is not for you to even be working and be collecting salary. If you are that good the way you have said it, it's for you to be a consultant at the eventual stage. You get what I mean? You consult for people, so you have your time. What you are bringing is you are bringing your expertise and your knowledge. I think that's the way to go around it.
Does that answer your question, huh? All right, thank you. This row now. Someone raised up their hand here. Nobody. Okay. Oliver Twist. 1. And that's the last one. Last one. Last. Do like this. All right, yeah.
So, yeah, this is for Mr. Harry. I like the fact that this is more like a pragmatic meeting. Now, having said that, I want him to share light on a case whereby now in Nigeria, our case is peculiar. Why? Because in most homes you have youths who are more like breadwinners, you know, in homes, and it happens everywhere in Nigeria today. Now, in your own situation, whereby in the part where you talked about amplification, you know, where to amplify. Now, you said after graduating, you had to go to Abuja to work for you, to learn for a period of time. Now, the major challenge in Nigeria today is when people tend to do that, there's this pressure maybe from home, from colleagues, from friends, peer pressure and all of that, on more like, okay, what are you going to do to sustain you for a period of time whereby you'll be learning? if you are not careful, you tend to derail. So how did you manage that situation whereby you had something to do to sustain you after graduating, because you had to, that was a sacrifice on your own part? So what do you do in a scenario like Nigeria whereby youths are more like breadwinners?
All right, I will start by saying something. This is just is to make us laugh. One of my current students is in Kogi, Abuja. So he was saying recently, we were in a class, and he said that a lot of us, that God just bless you small. You are now doing throwback. This song that is doing Akuma Manata Akuma Mama. So the guy now said, me that God just delivered from my village, I will now do throwback and say this was how I was, and now I'm like this. So that those village people will begin to pursue me, I will not try it. It was very funny to me to hear that somebody is not willing to do that. However, I think the privilege we had was that we started making money from school. We were called executive students. Yes, my father paid, it was a 5-year course. My father paid only 100 level. I paid my way through. I was sending money home as a student. Did you just hear what I said? I was sending money home. He knows. We're in the same class. So there were a whole lot of things we were doing on campus. Because when we entered school, we were like maybe 23. We're not young. So I was at home for like 3-4 years too before I gained admission. So I'm not as young as I look. Yeah. So when we got to school, we didn't enter like people who just finished secondary school. In fact, the first time some of our classmates were calling us by name. You are 18, you just gained admission. Some of us, you know. So when we enter, we didn't enter like students. We enter like people who are ready to start life. So there were several things we're doing on campus. I brought my parents to school twice, put them in the hotel, did red carpet for them as a student. So I already learned how to survive before I left school. So coming out of school to do what I did before I got married. Before I got married, I had 3 boys living with me. Men, not boys. I was feeding them. And so I've learned that skill on campus before then. So it was not really difficult. There were several things I was actually doing. I was bringing little money, you know. Well, okay. Number 1, I'm a conference speaker. Yeah. I wrote my first book before I left campus. Yeah, so I was an author. I had a lot of speaking engagement. I had friends that are into businesses. They do different stuff. So I partner with them. And I had my court. So we just had several things that we were doing like that. Before we left school, in fact, he brought a program to school. Sorry? High value graduate. Yeah. He had a guy that would come. We would charge our classmates to pay for high value. He brought a friend who was already a graduate that will come, and when they are done, we have our cut. You know, so we were just looking for ways to make. Other people were studying. We were studying and looking for money. So by the time we left school, we didn't leave school broke like that. So we've always learned how to survive from. So it was very easy. Yeah, it was very easy.
All right, thank you, sir. If you have any other question, please meet them personally before they take their leave. Or send a DM. All right. If you have any other question, meet them personally or send them a DM. So right now, we want to go straight to the interview sessions now. For those of us sitting at the back, yes, please, let's leave that space. Let's vacate those seats. The 2 sides. Hello, sir? The 2 sides, please. Yes, just leave. Fumi, please, come. Hello, sir, please. That place too. We need that seat empty. Yes, empty. Thank you. You can come forward. Like totally empty. All right. Good. Now, if you are interested in any of those jobs that has been advertised earlier, what you do is just go and fill up the empty seat there on either sides. of the row, on any of those sites, just fill up those empty seats. They will call on you for your interview. Then I also pray that you get the job as well. So right now, you can stand up, and that is if you're interested in the job though. Go and have your seat, any of the rows. It's as simple as that. So for me, just help me direct them, please. Thank you. Just go to that guy wearing black. He's going to direct you where to sit. With that, we've come to the end of the program, though. So if you need to meet with anybody, now is the time to do that. If you need to learn more, ask questions, now is the time to do that. If you want to stand up, now is the time to do that. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking with us this far. We believe that you've learned a lot, and you're still going to learn more. Thank you, and have an amazing weekend. Nínú interview. Kwakwalada.